the fuck was that? I feel like that was a dangerous conundrum gone wrong. How's everybody doing on this Monday evening? I am extremely tired. New job, new problems. New job, new problems, y'all. You ready? Let's start it off today right. Let's bring it back. Let's bring back the poll of the day, guys. The poll of the day has got to be, who's going to be the next president of the United States? Huh? Who's going to be these next president of the United States? Huh? Is it still going to be JD? Is it still going to be JD? Right now, it's still JD. Okay. Oh, wow. We got a new number 4 as well, though. Okay, so who will be president of the U.S. in 2028? Will it be J.D. Vance? Will it be Gavin Newsom? Will it be Marco Rubio? Or will it be John Ossoff? Because AOC ain't doing too well again, apparently today. Because those are our new options, everybody. So how's everybody feeling this afternoon? Let me pull up our first video of the day, which Avi's got to be Donnie Trump, Mr. Daddy Trump over here. Let's see what else we got going on. On this side, we're pulling up the videos. Which is the video. We're pulling up the videos. And there we are. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, let me pull this back up there, and we will get started today with President Trump presents the Memphis Safety Task Force Roundtable. That's not right. It's got to be President Trump reports departing for Memphis. And then the Memphis Safety Task Force, right, is the second one. And then Trump to reporters is TBA. Okay, that means, yeah, we got to go. Speaks to reporters before he...
I'm a retired lieutenant colonel, and you know...
Good morning, Mr. President.
Mazel tov, busy.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Ron, you said today that.
Move over. Can we move over? Let's go back.
Can you get you back?
Isn't it more comfortable? Mr. President, Iran's foreign ministry says you're not telling the truth when it comes to productive conversations to end the war.
They're going to have to get themselves better public relations people. We have had very, very strong talks. We'll see where they lead. We have major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement. Perhaps that hasn't been conveyed. The communication, as you know, has been blown to pieces. They're unable to talk to each other. So we've had very strong talks. Mr. Witkoff and Mr. Kushner had them. They went, I would say, perfectly. I would say that if they carry through with that, it'll end that problem, that conflict, and I think it'll end it very, very substantially. We have very much in mind our partners in the Middle East. We've had great relationships with a lot of them, as you know. A lot of them were surprisingly hit, and I was surprised to see, and so was everyone else, but we have, they're very much in mind in the discussions. So the discussions took place yesterday. They went into yesterday evening. They want very much to make a deal. We'd like to make a deal too. We're going to get together today by probably phone because it's very hard to find a country. It's very hard for them to get out, I guess.
It's very hard for them to find their country.
Yes. But we'll at some point very, very soon meet. We're doing a 5-day period. We'll see how that goes. And if it goes well, we're going to end up with settling this. Otherwise, we'll just keep bombing our little hearts out.
Who is Steve Witkoff speaking with, Mr. President?
Speaking with in Iran.
A top person. Don't forget, we've wiped out the leadership phase 1, phase 2, and largely phase 3. But we're dealing with the man who I believe
free the
is
world from Israel?
the most respected and the leader. It's a little tough. We've wiped out everybody.
Is that the Supreme Leader?
No, not the Supreme Leader. We don't.
Not much talk
Well,
about
nobody heard of the second Supreme Leader, the Son.
Are these direct?
Nobody. We have not heard from the Son. Every once in a while, you'll see a statement made, but we haven't. We don't
They're not talking to the son because he's probably dead.
know if he's living. But the people that seem to be running it, and they seem that based on really fact, because things they've said have taken place.
Mr. President,
Demeanor,
Mr. President, I know you've deployed.
Because
shithead,
I don't want him to be killed.
MAGA.
Okay, I don't want him to be killed.
Mr. President, you've deployed.
Nobody wants to be that. Nobody wants that job right now. Nobody's exactly looking forward to being the head of that particular country. But perhaps we'll be able to solve that problem.
Mr. President, you've deployed ICE agents to American
Who are you
airports.
with?
Newsmax, sir. You've deployed ICE.
You're not doing a very good job.
You've deployed ICE agents.
You're not doing a good job. Did you hear me? Okay, go
What
ahead.
exactly do you want from these talks?
Why? Why was that guy not doing a good job? What did he do wrong? He was Newsmax. Wasn't praising?
And then over Newsmax, you
What
believe it?
exactly are you looking for in these
What did he
talks?
say?
You're not doing a very good job. Solve that problem.
Mr. President, you've deployed ICE agents to American
Who are you
airports.
with?
ICE agents to American airports. Okay.
Newsmax, sir. You've deployed
You're
ICE.
not doing a very good job.
You've deployed ICE agents.
You're not doing a good job. Did you hear me? Okay, go
What
ahead.
exactly
Wow.
do you want from these talks?
What is
CNN
that?
over Newsmax, you
What
believe it?
exactly are you looking for in these talks, Mr. President?
We're looking for all of the things that we've been talking about. We want to see no nuclear bomb, no nuclear weapon, not even close to it, low key on the missiles. We want to see peace in the Middle East. We want
You really think she's a good guy even though he
the
murdered
nuclear dust.
167
We're going to
children?
want that,
Facts.
and I think we're going to get that. We've agreed to that. Yeah, we've agreed to that.
You want the enriched uranium before you can end this.
And we want no enrichment, but we also want the enriched uranium. If this happens, it's a great start for Iran to build itself back, and it's everything that we want. And it's also great for Israel, and it's great for the other Middle Eastern countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, all of them, Kuwait and Bahrain in particular. So it's great for all of them.
If the
Mr.
war is
President.
ending, do you still need $200 billion?
It's always nice to have. It's always nice to have. It's a very inflamed world, and the Democrats inflame it. Largely the Democrats inflame it. Let me just talk about the others. So ICE has done very well. I've requested. Now, I'm a big believer that they should be able to wear masks when they go and hunt down, murderers, criminals, and others. But for purposes of the airport, I've requested that they take off the mask. I don't like it for the airport, and I believe they are willing to do that.
Mr.
Why
President,
do they wear
ICE.
masks not at the airport, but they need to do it when they're out in the country?
The people coming into the airport, typically speaking, aren't murderers, killers, drug dealers, etc. There may be a few of them, but there are many. They're people that want to come into the country, or that people want to leave the country, go into maybe their home country. So I didn't think it was an appropriate look
Makes sense.
for an airport. I think it's a very appropriate look when they're out on the street trying to find one of the 11,888 murderers that Sleepy Joe Biden led into our country.
Elon Musk, sir.
Last year you gave a $10,000 bonus. Sorry. Last year you gave a $10,000 bonus to Tuesday workers who kept showing up to work during the shutdown. Will you do that again?
Well, it could happen. It's amazing. There are people that are really, really loyal and great, and it's not easy for them. And this is all caused by the Democrats. Just so you know, all this money was approved. Everything was approved. This is done. The Democrats went in, and they want to have radical left lunatics come into our country. They want to have drug dealers. They want to have murderers come into our country. They want to have open borders, and we're not letting it happen. That's what this is all about. They don't want voter ID. They don't want proof of citizenship. They don't want mail-in ballots. They're so corrupt. What they want, the only thing they want is mail-in ballots. So we also added, as you know, into the Save America Act, and it's called Save America. It's not the Save Act. But we added no transgender mutilization of our children and no men in women's sports.
Elon Musk, if these talks go well, and you reach
I don't think he's going to be a Newsmax. Well, forget it.
if
Trump
these
stinks.
talks go well and you reach a ceasefire agreement with Iran, do you believe Israel would have?
I liked him until the attack. Yeah.
I think Israel will be very happy with what we have. We just spoke to Israel a little while ago. I think they'll be very happy. This will be peace for Israel, long-term peace, guaranteed peace. If this happens, and I can't guarantee it, but I think it's going to. My life is a deal. That's all I do is deals. My whole life. I think this is something that's going to happen. And why wouldn't it happen? So tomorrow morning, sometime their time, we were expected to blow up their largest electric generating plants that cost over $10 billion to build. It's a very good one. There was no dearth of money. And one shot, it's gone. It collapses. Why would they want that? So they called. I didn't call. They called. They want to make a deal. And we are very willing to make a deal. It's got to be a good deal. And it's got to be no more wars, no more nuclear weapons. They're not going to have nuclear weapons anymore. They're agreeing to that. Any of that stuff, there's no deal.
Have they offered to reopen the
How are you
sir,
going to, you said you want to get the enriched uranium. How are you going to get the enriched uranium? Are you going to
It's very easy. If we have a deal with them, we're going down and we'll take it ourselves.
Can I ask you, the Treasury lifted sanctions on Iranian oil that was out to sea. You criticized President Obama for giving Iran $1.7 billion.
Well, I just want to have as much oil in the system as possible.
Benjamin
And we don't even
Netanyahu
know
is
if
the
Iran
handler.
gets that money. Frankly, I think it's very hard for them to get it.
Fuck
But
you,
you have
Trump.
ships that are out there that are loaded up with oil. Rather than keep it
Clown.
there, I would rather see it go to the system. Any small amount of
When
money
will there
that
be
Iran
no
gets
more
is
Trump?
not going to have any difference in this war. But
Peg.
I want to have the system be lubricated.
Lubricated.
$1 billion
Lubricating.
helps them?
Where's the $14 billion?
Because the inflated price, they get $14 billion from the.
I don't think they're getting the money. I could tell you, when this is all over, I will
Newsom
tell you
for
who's
prison.
getting the money.
Mr. President,
the Marines from California.
Yo, if you guys are just joining us, welcome to No News is News live every single night, starting at 6 to 7 p.m. Central and going all the way through the night, covering the news live, raw, the only way that we know how, from C-SPAN, from the press, directly. Double click, hit that tap button, like that button, like that button that like. Hit the like button, guys. Double tap, hit that like button. It sends more people into the chat for our poll of the day. Who's going to be president of the United States? Right now, we got 52 votes in with 11 minutes into our poll. And Gavin Newsom taking the lead right now. If you guys noticed, today our poll shifted. No longer is AOC the fourth runner in the poll, but now it is John Ossoff is actually at the 5% needed for that poll. So that is our first poll of the evening. We'll have a runoff after our 2-hour marker. We are here for 3 hours tonight, unless of course, after 10,000 views in 3 hours. If we get 10,000 views in 3 hours, we will keep on going. If we're over 100 people live in the chat after 4 hours, we keep going. Last week we had an episode that went 9 hours. Or we keep going and doing the news. So double check. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, get YouTube Shorts spawned into your algorithm every single day. Hit that join button then as well. Join for $4 a month, and you too get a little logo next to your name in the chat every night that we do this that shows your support of the channel, but also you get access to every one of my feature films. I've made a feature film since I was 18 years old every single year of my life, and now you get access to all 17 of those feature films in 4K right on the YouTube channel page. Go check it out right now. $4 a month. Back to Daddy Trump.
Given that it'll take them weeks to arrive, is the intention to police the strait or take cars?
What are you talking?
Well, it's been reported that there are Marines that left California, left San Diego last week, at the end of the week. Why are they headed there now?
Well, let me ask you this. If you were in my position, and I asked you that question, do you really believe I'd give you an answer? It's a crazy question.
Mr. President,
We don't talk about strategy.
Trump got humiliated by Iran. Republican 28. Come to Indiana. Republican
Let it by
26.
Biden. It's devastating. These people were let in by Biden. We're getting them out. We're getting them out fast. That's
Trump
why
hates.
ICE is so important.
Haters
They're doing
have
such a
shit
good
for
job.
brains.
This animal, I saw the whole thing last night. They gave me a briefing. Came in through Joe Biden with his open door policy, and his borders are Kamala, who never saw the border. Never made one phone call. All the ICE people, you see, they all know me. Everyone knows me. They like me. I speak to them all the time. Didn't make one phone call.
Trump is a
during
global
4
embarrassment.
years. She was the border czar. To
Be back
anybody
1
on
second,
the
guys.
border. Never went there. This person came in through the open door policy of Joe Biden, and we have others. We're taking them out by the tens of thousands. We're doing a great job, but it's a shame. They've hurt our country. Just remember this. Joe Biden and that gang of radical left lunatics, some very smart, but radical left and bad ideology, sick people. These people have hurt our country very badly.
Are we directly talking with Iran?
About getting those uranium power plants. How is that different from what Russia has been doing in Ukraine by hitting Ukrainian power plants?
Well, I think it's a lot different. And if you look at the nuclear weapons that they wanted to have, that they wanted to possess, a lot of things are different. I'm not a fan of what Russia's doing either, just so you understand, all right? But it's a lot different. You're talking about a country that has been evil for 47 years. They've been horrible. Death all over the world, not just us. Look at the way they attacked unexpectedly all of those countries surrounding them. It was not supposed to be. Nobody was even thinking about it. But they wanted to take over the Middle East, and they wanted to knock out Israel permanently. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they would have been able to do that.
Are we directly talking to Iran?
Mr. President, do you know whether Joe Kent was leaking?
Look, I'm not a fan of the guy. If you look at, and you never cover this, if you look at his truths or whatever he went on, if it's X or truth,
Trent Stake turned him
if you look at
into
his
Deborah
truths
Don.
or his statements, he
167
was all
children.
for everything.
He is making his own people, and people are proud of it. So are your parents ahoy total losers for having you? Probably,
All of a sudden,
I guess.
he wasn't.
I don't know, man. Why you hate me so much?
A man
Why you
that I
hate me so
met
much, bro?
at Dover. He came and his wife was killed.
Poor little Trump haters still crying for attention. Facts.
He remarried.
Facts! As Trump Daddy arrives.
His wife was killed, and I felt badly for him. He ran.
They can't handle the
for Congress,
daddy.
He lost. He ran for Congress again, and he lost. I said, you know, he's a guy, nice guy. Seemed like a very nice guy. I met him. He was pretty heartbroken, but I said, you know, it's a shame. He ran for Congress twice. Call him up, give him a job in the White House. Smart. They gave him a job in the White House, and this is what he does to me. You know?
This
Being
is
a
what
nice
he
guy
does to
doesn't pay off too
me.
much.
Mr. President.
Think of it. He loses twice in Congress. Ran not very good campaigns. Should have won. But he loses twice. How do I get him? I have my people call him, because I didn't deal with him for the most part. I saw him a couple of times, but I never dealt with him at all. I had no idea his ideology was left or right, whatever it is. I can say this. He said very strongly.
How do men get pregnant? Asking for a friend.
That Iran is not a threat.
I'd like to know as well.
Iran's been a threat for 47 years, and there's not a country
Conversations
in the world
about
that doesn't
Iran
agree
today,
with
though,
me on
guys.
that.
Come on.
So I take this
Come
guy,
on.
Joe Kent, who lost twice for Congress, pretty badly and tough, and who was devastated, and I know that he lost his wife. So instead of letting him live out his life, I brilliantly have my people call him and offer him a job in
Right.
security, essentially, in the White House. And what does he do? He goes out and he says that Iran is not a threat to get publicity. Now, he probably signed up with CNN or maybe signed up with your division of Newsmax. I don't know. But
But it's facts. It is facts. He is definitely trying to become... This Joe Kent is the new Michael Cohen. He is the new Michael Cohen. Why don't support politicians on no side? Come on, you think? Exactly. That's what we had yesterday as a poll, guys. It's all the government. Government is to blame for everything. May God our Father bring honesty and truth to the nation.
signed up with CNN or somebody.
So will this
But
happen?
if
Free
you look at
Maduro,
his
Puncha Grinto.
tweets, X's or truths, whatever he uses. I don't know because I don't follow him. What he said is 100% he agrees with me. All of a sudden he leaves. I never knew he had a problem. Now, I hear they're looking at him for leaking. That's possible. But just so you understand, just to put it to rest, he lost twice badly. He also lost his wife. He's remarried.
Remember, we're winning, but yet we had to cry to help for help alone.
Since he lost his wife, I felt badly for him. So I told my people, reach out to him.
He keeps being like, he lost his wife. That's the only reason I did this, because he lost his wife. Guys, don't you get it? He lost his wife, but then he fucked me over, guys. I did what I did because he lost. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why Joe Kent was ever involved in the Trump.
Give him a job at the White House. This is the thanks I get. Any other questions?
Overall crime in
He said
Memphis.
Iran was not an imminent threat, that's what the intelligence showed.
I think it was an imminent threat. I think that Iran, if we didn't bomb them with the B-2 bombers, now that set them back, but if we didn't hit them with the B-2 bombers, they would have had a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks to a month. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it as soon as they got it.
If you obliterated their nuclear sites last summer with your strikes, then how can you argue it was an imminent threat now?
Oh, we hit them so hard, we obliterated them. But that doesn't mean with the right equipment, you can't dig down and go get it.
What are you winning?
And we won't have that.
Life.
But we obliterated that site. They still haven't been able to get it. That was a complete success. But if it wasn't, they would have had.
B-2 did nothing, bro. Why is he lying?
If we didn't use the B-2 bombers, which
not
are unbelievable.
Democrats.
We just ordered 22 more of them. Modern version, by the way, super modern version. If we didn't hit them with the B-2 bombers, they would have had
the B-2
within
bombers
2 weeks of that attack. That's why we hit them, because we knew they would have had a nuclear weapon. They would have used it on Israel and the entire Middle East.
Yeah, but what about the strike that you did with like everybody, where you killed 167 children and you like murdered the top 40 officials? Because that was after you already bombed the facilities.
Overall crime
Just asking for a friend.
in Memphis is down 43% since you began this task force. Is this a template you think is?
Well, what I'm doing today, really, this was a little bit before, set up a couple of weeks ago. This was before we had this situation with Iran take place last night. And by the way, they're just not communicating. When they say, I'm sure they don't mean that. When somebody says, oh, I didn't know you.
What happened to discriminating their nuclear capabilities a year ago?
We were talking last night.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
I'm sure they have a lack of communication.
They did that in June of last year.
Appropriate,
and then
considering we
like,
blew up, in addition to their Navy, Air Force, every division, their radar. We also blew up all of their
welcome back, Michael Owen.
So they have no telecommunications. So there is a lack of, I would imagine, a lack of coordination.
If you're worried about the miscommunication,
plot twist, nukes are fake, you crybabies.
All we can do is think, look.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Look, our taxes money has a dumb go-to jailware in the Epstein files.
Groups. They've all been
makes
killed.
sense. I don't know what you said, but it makes sense.
Khomeini was killed. Khomeini's son is unavailable. Nobody knows what happened to him. I can say they haven't seen him there either. Something is going on with him, but regardless, I don't consider him really the leader.
Lies and
but they
lies
do have
and
some
lies
leaders
and
left, because we blew up group number 1, group number 2, a lot of group number 3, but we think we have people that are very representative of the country and will do a good job in representing.
Shut your bitch ass up, Trump. The U.S. has committed over $175 billion to Democrats.
DHS shutdown. Is this something that you've been speaking to him about?
Yeah, I'd love it. I think it's great. Let him do that. And I want to thank ICE because they stepped in so strongly.
Can't believe a word.
And if that's not enough, I'll bring in the National Guard. We're not going to have the Democrats destroy our country. These people are the most destructive, sick people, the Democrats. They want, and
this
they're
guy
fighting
is
for
going to have
this.
a
They're
stroke
fighting
in the
for
next
men
3
and
months.
women's sports.
Vernon
They're
is
fighting for transgender for everybody. Everybody go out, get your kid a nice operation, and change the sex
Get your kid a nice operation.
They're fighting for, think of it. They don't want you to do voter ID. You walk into a booth. In California, if a person who's doing voting, an official, asks you for identification, they're subject to being arrested. What's wrong with this country? So we're fighting it hard. And I think they should, because the Democrats are being blamed for the shutdown, and it's their fault, and they're getting killed. That's why when I announced yesterday about ICE, the Democrats called. We want to settle. We want to settle. And I told the people, don't settle. Don't settle. Because we have something.
It doesn't make
bigger.
any sense.
Only
I don't know
settle
why he's
if
lied
you get
so
the
much.
Save America Act. Voter ID.
Iran wants to make a deal means I'm begging Iran to make a deal.
And so important,
Maybe.
proof of citizenship, etc. Thank you very
Whose
much.
idea was that? To put ICE at the airport.
We're dealing really.
Whose idea was it?
Mine. That was mine.
Hey, can I ask you? You said
That was
there-
like the paperclip. You know the story of the paperclip? 182 years ago, a man discovered the paperclip. It was so simple. And everybody that looked at it say, why didn't I think of that? ICE was my idea. I called, first person I called was Tom Homan. I said, what do you think? He said, I think it's great. Then I saw.
He's claiming to have invented the paperclip. J.D. Vance. His kink is the suffering of others until death. Voting were worth less the feces of my toilet paper.
But today there was some masks on. I didn't think the masks were appropriate. I put out a statement and I asked them, would it be possible to take off the mask? Because they should wear a mask when they're dealing with the murderers and
You can tell all the negative waves are a lot of Dems.
the thugs
Exactly.
let into our country.
Will we see?
It's always when we get the massive viewership, Michael. That's what happens every time.
Many, like 15.
Ah, hey Trump! Ah!
15 points.
But maybe we get a few
They're not
every
gonna have a
time.
nuclear weapon.
Greatest
That's
president
number
ever.
one. That's number 1, 2, and 3. They will never have a nuclear weapon.
said yes to that?
They've agreed to that.
Will we see arrests or illegal migrant arrests at airports, sir?
Arrests.
Will we see ICE arresting illegal migrants at
Yeah,
airports?
yeah, that's why the Democrats are going crazy, because they've allowed, by what they did, and hold up, we put ICE, who are a
All you
very
love is
high
money.
level. I mean, they really are a high level group of people, and they love it
Where
because
is
they're able
Israel
to now
first time?
arrest illegals as they come into the country. That's very
Kennedy
fertile
was
territory.
greater.
But that's not why they're there. They're really there to help.
Marcel, what's
Talking
Masal?
to Iran directly to no enrichment whatsoever, even for medical purposes, civilian purposes.
They have. Thank you.
What about the Strait
Thank
of
you.
Hormuz? Who's going to be in control of
That'll
that?
be opened very soon if this works.
How soon? And who's in
maybe
control of it?
you're
Will
an
Iran
asshole?
still be able to control the flow of
All right, cool, bro.
Be jointly controlled.
By whom?
Maybe me. Maybe me.
You want the United States to be in
Me
control
and
of
the
Strait of
Ayatollah.
I can't
whoever
believe
the
in this
Ayatollah
chat,
is, whoever the
want
next
Newsom,
Ayatollah.
you're
Look,
only 100 million to
and there'll
build an
also be a
overpass.
form of
Well, actually, we
a
are
very
out of money
serious form
again.
of a regime change. Now, in all fairness, everybody's been killed from the regime. They're really starting off. There's automatically a regime change. But we're dealing with some people that I find to be very reasonable, very solid. The people within know who they are. They're very respected.
British ice.
And maybe one of
Maybe
them will
we
be
maybe
exactly
be.
what we're looking for. Look at Venezuela, how well that's working out.
Maybe,
We are
maybe,
doing
maybe.
so well in Venezuela with oil.
You're
and
so
with
fucking stupid.
The relationship between the president-elect and us. And
Your docs
Maybe we-
is a Kiwi Farms. Good job, Alex. Your docs is on Kiwi Farms. Good job, Alex. Your more intimate photos are on there now. Okay.
find somebody like that in Iran.
Kiwi Farms? I don't even know what that is.
Options to lower the price of
You
oil
exposing
while-
me, bro? Is that
Price
what you're
of oil
doing?
will drop like
Look
a
at this
rock
stud
as soon
muffin.
as a deal is done. I guess it already is today. No, we have a very serious
Address
chance
the
of making a
screenshots.
deal. That
You're
doesn't
talking to
guarantee
miners that
anything.
are
I'm
on
not
Kiwi
guaranteeing
Farms.
anything. I'm
No,
not going to
I'm
come
not. I
out
don't even
here
know
in
what
a week
Kiwi
or 2
Farms
weeks
is.
and have you all say, "Oh, you said."
I'm looking it up, though.
I didn't say anything. All I'm saying
Those
is
Kiwi Farms?
we are in the throes of a real possibility.
Community dedicated to discussing eccentric people who voluntarily make fools of themselves, explore abnormal psychology in the minds of the internet crazes. Kiwi Farms.
Of making a deal, and I think
More
if I
schizophrenic
were
in the
betting, then
chats.
I'd bet for it. But again, I'm not guaranteeing anything. They want to make a deal very badly. Thank you.
What changes would you like to see in DHS under Mark Wayne Mullen?
Well, he's going to be fantastic. He'll make his own change. He's already given me a list of people he wants to bring. He's a fantastic guy. I think he's
Trump
just
and
the
Reagan
right
go up
guy.
on
You all
Mount
know
Rushmore?
him.
Facts.
He's a very open, smart guy, very successful actually in business, which people don't know. And he's a friend of mine. I think Mark Wayne is going to be fantastic. Thank you.
Are these
Thank you.
direct talks?
Free Maduro again.
Terrible. They made
No,
a mistake.
thanks.
It's a
Shouldn't get
dangerous
caught.
business. That's terrible. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you guys. Thank you, press. Thank you.
Memphis Safety Task Force Roundtable.
Get ready to go from out to Say hello to Arnicare Pain Relief.
Is Presley.
I don't know. Who did? Sounds like the finest opera hall in anywhere in the world. Let's come back here more often. So often you have sound systems that aren't the greatest. There's nothing worse, making a speech when nobody can hear you. This is beautiful and it's a great place. And Memphis has to like me, because I have a lot of friends here, and they were not happy a year ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, and now they said, we can't believe what's happened in terms of crime, in terms of what's gone on, and the job that these people and some of the great people, many of the great people in the audience have done. And that's why I'm here today. In fact, we were going to cancel because we have a couple of events going on, as you probably noticed. So they said, oh, we'll cancel Memphis. I said, we're not canceling Memphis for anything. We're not canceling. We're not going to cancel Memphis, but we do have some big things happening, and very positive, I have to say. So before getting to our important discussion this morning, let me provide a brief update on Operation Epic Fury, which is a very good name, as it turns out. That was a name. They showed me 20 names, sir. What name would you like? I didn't like any of them. And then I get toward the end, I said, you got to be kidding. What? Operation Epic Fury. I love that name. And it's very appropriate for what's taken place, if you know, in Iran, because we knocked out their Navy, we knocked out their Air Force, we knocked out their anti-aircraft, we knocked out everything, and we did it.
I want
with
Bubba
fury,
Big Bag.
actually.
I'm sure he's coming in.
Based on preliminary conversations
Usually a little
between
later.
the United States and Iran over the past 2 days, I've directed the Department
I'm
of
so
War to
tired
temporarily
today.
postpone planned strikes against major energy and electricity targets in Iran. They have very, very big, new, actually, and very expensive, billions of dollars it costs to build them. One missile, one of our powerful ones, and it comes down to the ground like it was made out of dust. But to
Oh
determine
my god,
whether
it's
a broader
despicable.
agreement can be
Search
reached,
for
we've had
Alex's
very
name on Kiwi Farms and you'll see photos of Alex's unwashed junk. Okay, bro. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what is Kiwi? Like, I don't think any of us are on Kiwi Farms, bro. You just trying to promote Kiwi Farms? Knocked out of their anti-aircraft. Then they took out the F-35.
very, very good discussions. And you have to understand, I know my whole life has been a negotiation.
All right, guys. I'm gonna be gone for a second. I'm gonna take a shower really quick and wake up. But I'm gonna let this play for you guys. I'll be back in probably 15 minutes. I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna try to wake up here.
But with Iran, we've been negotiating for a long time. And this time,
Long day.
they mean business.
Long day.
And it's only because of the great job that our military did is the reason they mean business. They want to settle, and we're going to get it done, I hope. So, hopefully this will be possible, but no matter what, we'll ensure that Iran never obtains a nuclear weapon. They can't have a nuclear weapon. They would have had one if we allowed the Obama deal to stand. That was the Iran nuclear deal, they called it. They would have had one. Marcia 3. I'll tell you what, Martha, we would have nuclear weapons up there when, would you say, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or 4 years ago? We would have been in a position that nobody wants to be in. We won't allow ourselves to be in that position. Over the past 3 weeks, the United States military and our partners have been decimating Iran's military capabilities with overwhelming firepower, skill, lethality, and force, and we're destroying their ballistic missiles and drones programs with launchers down by more than 90%. We're hitting their launchers at a level that nobody even thought of before. 90%. They can't launch them, and they don't have very many of them, because most of them have been annihilated. But we've annihilated their defense industrial base, eliminating their Navy, We had 158 ships at down. I said to my people, why didn't you capture the ship? I said, were they good or not? They said, they were great, sir. So why didn't you capture? We could have used them. They said, it's more fun to put them at the bottom of the sea. But they're not there anymore. So we eliminated their Navy, Pete, right? And that's gone. We eliminated their Air Force. We eliminated all of their air defense, everything. We eliminated everything there is to eliminate, and we eliminated them. We eliminated their leaders. We had the first set of leaders. They're gone. Then they met, 88 people met. And it's sad. I mean, it's sad they couldn't have made a deal. We could have made a deal with them a long time ago. Then the second set, 88 people met to pick a new leader. And they're now extinguished. And then they're meeting again. But now nobody wants to be the leader. It's one of the few political jobs that nobody wants anywhere in the world. Nobody wants it. It's a very dangerous job. My job is dangerous too, but their job is worse. In other words, we're systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America. They're not threatening us anymore. As Commander-in-Chief, it's my sacred responsibility to protect our country from all threats. For decades, Iran refused every opportunity to renounce its nuclear ambitions, and in recent months, its own negotiators bragged to our representatives about having enough material to make nuclear weapons. And that was supposed to deter me, but it didn't deter. It made me more anxious, and it just made it much more important. This mission that we're all on together was much more important, and we did it quicker. Iran's missile capabilities were also growing so fast that it would soon have become virtually impossible to stop them. Once they have a missile, once they have what they were building was incredible. And you got a little glimpse of it by the fact that when they came out, they started shooting all of their neighbors. Their neighbors weren't fighting with them. They were getting along okay with their neighbors. And I was surprised. Everybody was surprised. And it actually worked in reverse because their neighbors then turned against them. Now Iran has one more opportunity to end its threats to America and her allies, and we hope they take it. Either way, America and the entire world will soon be much safer and will be a much more secure planet. In addition to all of this, we're working on so many different things. You know, our economy was fantastic. We had a Dow at 50,000. They say it couldn't happen in 4 years. It wouldn't happen during my term. But if I got anywhere close, it would be a great success. Well, in my first year, we hit 50,000. And with the S&P, they said, even more difficult. They said it would be impossible to hit 7,000 on the S&P. And we hit that in our first term. And then, unfortunately, I called Pete, I called General Kane, I called a lot of our great people. We have great people. And I said, let's talk. We got a problem in the Middle East. We have a country known as Iran that for 47 years has been just a purveyor of terror, and they're very close to having a nuclear weapon. We can keep going and get that 50,000 up to 55 and 60 as no end, or we can take a stop and make a little journey into the Middle East and eliminate a big problem. And Pete, I think you were the first one to speak up. And you said, let's do it, because you can't let them have a nuclear weapon. So we are now having really good discussions. They started last night, a little bit, the night before that. And I think they're very good. They want peace. They've agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon, et cetera, et cetera. But we'll see. You have to get it done. But I would say there's a very good chance. And it began when I said that we were planning tomorrow on shooting down some of their power plants, and we're going to hold that up. Hopefully we won't have to do it. And hopefully we can make a deal that's good for all of us, including the Middle Eastern allies that have been very good to us, including Israel, that's been a great partner in this fight. They've really been a good partner in the fight. They fought hard. But we'll see what happens. I think there's a very good chance we're going to end up in a deal. And so we're giving it 5 days, and then we're going to see where that takes us. And I would say at the end of this period, I think it could very well end up being a very good deal. for everybody, as good as if we went all the way and just literally annihilated the place, which if we don't have to do that, that would be a good thing, not a bad thing. In addition, after the appalling lines and massive disruptions at major airports nationwide last weekend, I am again demanding that Democrats in Congress immediately end their disgraceful shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security and restore the full funding for airport security and the TSA. They are holding it up because they want to take care of illegal immigrants coming into our country. They want to take care of criminals that are in sanctuary cities. They want to take care of transgender for everybody, literally the mutilization of our children, men in women's sports. But what they don't want to do is give us anything to do with citizenship for voting or voter ID. Can you imagine? We're the only country that doesn't do voter ID. Every country does voter ID. You know, brought to my attention today that we're the only country that does mail-in voting. Mail-in voting means mail-in cheating. I call it mail-in cheating. And we got to do something about it all. And it's part of Homeland Security. And I'm suggesting strongly to the Republican Party, don't make any deal on anything. The most important thing we can have is what's called the Save America Act. Don't make any deal on anything unless you include voter ID, and you have to be a citizen to vote. You have to show citizenship to vote. Very easy to do. It's very insulting when they say people can't do it because they don't know how to do it. Anybody that can't do it, I think it's a very insulting thing to say. The Democrats are fully to blame with the struggle of the great American public is going through at the airports. They're going through a big struggle right now, and we just put ICE in charge, and they're helping TSA, the agents, and they're working together so far very well. I actually suggested that in the airports they take off their masks, and they did that. In the airports, I'm a big believer in the mask because we have, you know, Biden allowed hundreds of thousands of killers into our country. We're rapidly getting them out, by the way. But they would go after these people if they knew exactly who they were. But in the airports, it's different. I didn't love the look in the airport as you get off the plane. So I made a request and they agreed to it. So they're not going to be doing that. We will also bring out, if we don't have enough, we will bring out the National Guard, and you know where we need it to help out at the airports. But we're not going to let this happen. It's extortion by the Democrats. They're holding up money that's already been approved, and now they're willing to go $5 billion reduction in ICE in order to get the approval on a deal that they approved, the great big beautiful deal, which is the biggest tax cut in history, the biggest regulation cut in history. They want to basically renegotiate a deal that they already approved, and they're doing it largely for a criminal element. So also the Democrats are putting our country at great risk during this period of time, a period that they call a war. They call it a war. We call it a military operation. Their leaders during this time are, as you know, as you want to say, they're in a never-never land. Schumer is gone. I mean, he's a Palestinian. He should be fighting on the side of Palestine. He's actually become a Palestinian leader. I don't know. I've never seen a man change so much. He used to be pro-Israel. Now he's pro-Palestine. I've never seen anything like it. And, you know, he's worried he's going to lose his next election, which it only depends if anybody runs against him. If anybody runs against him, he'll lose. But he's gone very wacky and very dangerous for our country. But we want all of those things. We have to have them. We want voter ID. We want proof of citizenship as part of our funding. We want to merge them so that we can get the great, big, beautiful bill in action, and we can get the America and Save America. You know, they called it the Save Act, but nobody knew what the Save Act was. So I said, you have to call it, you have to, under any circumstances, you have to call it the Save America Act, because everybody knows what that is. So they want funding taken away from the ICE patriots who are responsible for getting rid of the criminals that Sleepy Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of our country, and his gang of thugs in the White House You talk about weaponization. They weaponize everybody. You know, when Pam looks at somebody, oh, it's weaponization. They've indicted me. What they've done to me and everybody else, it's a disgrace. They're the weaponizers. And what they've done to people, can never let that happen again. We can never let them get away with it again. They are the greatest weaponizers. Fortunately, it didn't work because here I am with you. So it didn't work out too well. Didn't work out too well. But they want to have people come into a country. And so many of these people are murderers. They're drug dealers. They're the worst criminals anywhere in the world. They want them in our country. They don't want them to come out. They make it almost impossible, but we get them out anyway. They should have never been allowed to enter our sacred ground. These people should have never, they came from all over the world. They came from all over. They came from the Congo in Africa. They came from all over South America, Asia, everywhere. And they were from jails and mental institutions. They were drug dealers. They were murderers. 11,888 murderers. In any event, the Democrats are being blamed by the American people for the catastrophe going on right now at our airports and at other points of transportation and beyond. And we want the public to know we're not going to let them out of this trap that they created for themselves. And I'm suggesting very strongly that the Republicans, in going for the Save America Act, that you weld it into exactly this, because voter ID is part of Homeland Security. Think of it. We're talking about two separate items, but they're really the same. Voter ID is part of Homeland Security. And citizenship, proof of citizenship, is part of Homeland Security. So I think it should be welded in. I think it should be together. You should vote together, because the public has not liked what they've done at the airports. And they've done it, and the public understands it. They've gotten wise to them. Republicans do not settle with Democrats and let them out of this hole that they've buried themselves in. You have to take the votes in the Senate to approve. You need votes to approve. We have to get Democrat votes. And at a certain point, if you could get rid of the filibuster, it would be great. It would be great. Get rid of the filibuster and get it all done. So we'll get it done. We want another thing. We can, or we don't have to. Add those other items. And by the way, they say they're 80-20 items. They're not 80-20. They're 99-1. Men playing in women's sports is a 99-1. You look at transgender mutilization of our children, that's a 99-1. And we have that in the bill, too. So they won't sign it. They let the people reject them. And what we have to do is we have to win them.
Yo, if you're just joining us, guys, welcome to No News is News. We are live every single day around 6, 7 p.m., covering all the news authentically, raw, unfiltered, for at least 3 hours a day. If after 3 hours we hit over 10,000 views, we go for a fourth hour. Every hour after that, as long as there's 100 of you in the live chat, we continue. It might be one of those days, because right now we're already at 8,500, so it's looking like we're going to definitely be doing that fourth hour before the first hour is even over here tonight, guys. Who will be the next president of the United States? We got 408 votes in on 47 minutes. We got 13 minutes left of this poll. Double tap, hit that like button, send people of your political persuasion into the chat to vote in our poll of the night. Who will be the president of the United States in 2028? J.D. Vance with 39%, Gavin Newsom with 37%. They will be in our runoff in 13 minutes unless something dramatic happens with Marco Rubio or John Ossoff, which is interesting. John Ossoff kind of replaced AOC in our polls for predictions, which is a little interesting to see that fourth name there. Number 5 now is actually Donald J. Trump himself. That's pretty fucking crazy too, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Watch some fucking YouTube shorts sent to your algorithm. Hit the join button. $4 a month. You get a little logo next to your name in the chat. Shows your support and changes every single month that you stay a supporter, as well as the entire access to the entire Film Vault 17 feature films right there on the YouTube page. Go check it out right now. $4 a month. And here we go back to Daddy Trump in Memphis.
Midterms is the most important election because all of the gains that we've made, we built the greatest economy, the greatest military. I built the military in my first term, and we built the greatest military in the world. We're showing it now with Venezuela, with Iran. Everybody knows we have the greatest, most powerful military in the world. And we're in a position that we haven't seen. We're respected. You know, our country now is respected all over the world. A year and a half ago, we were a laughing stock. We were a laughing stock. The King of Saudi Arabia told me a year and a half ago, he said, President, I can't believe what's happened to America. 1 year ago, you were a laughing stock. Nobody thought you could ever survive. Now you're the hottest country. Use that expression. He said, now you're the hottest country anywhere than we are now. Congratulations, because we're all partners in this deal. You're the hottest country anywhere in the world. It's really amazing. So I congratulate you. It's a great feeling because we were laughed at for 4 years with this guy that should have never been president.
Hello.
So I'm tying Homeland Security into voter identification with picture and proof of citizenship in order to vote. And those two items are the most important thing having to do with Homeland Security. So it should be part of the Homeland Security bill. And I'm requesting that the Republican senators do that immediately. You don't have to take a fast vote. Don't worry about Easter going home. In fact, make this one for Jesus, okay? Make this one for Jesus. That's what I tell him. That would be a damn good thing. The most important part of Homeland Security is voter ID and proof of citizenship. Nobody can vote on Homeland Security without voter ID or proof of citizenship. And you can't have Homeland Security without voter ID or proof of
$5 a gallon, baby, winning.
So we're tying them together. So now, if you don't mind, let's get to the reason why I'm in Memphis and why you're doing so well. Because Fred Smith, everybody know Fred Smith? He was a friend of mine.
Sleepy Joe was a joke.
And he
said hi and no one.
From a sort of failed report at like Harvard or
He's
whatever.
insane.
He did a business report. A concept he had, that was his thesis, a concept he had to build a company, and it was FedEx. So he gave this thing where he takes packages, he delivers them, who the heck knows what he put down. Bottom line is they gave him a lousy mark. I don't know if they passed him or not, but they didn't give him a good mark. They say, this is the most ridiculous business
I
plan
dine with
we've
people
ever seen.
all over the world.
Fred,
most
go back
evenings.
to the drawing board and try something else, because this
Welcome
won't
South
work.
this year.
Well, he decided to go for it, and he built FedEx, and it's an amazing story. And he was a very good friend of mine. But he would tell me that he didn't know what to do about Memphis. It was so dangerous that they would have a board meeting, and the board members, they would demand it, that they could not walk 1 block to their hotel. You know the hotel I'm talking about. It was so dangerous. And now they tell me this is like an entirely different place. It's like Washington, D.C. In Washington, D.C., we had the same thing, and now it's amazing. Such an honor to. If only more governors, your governor called, and he said, we love it. Your mayor has been terrific. Your mayor has been terrific. But look at the results that you've got. Look at the results.
The bitch needs to do something about electricity, gasoline prices as well,
should
too.
do it. You know, if I was Chicago, Pritzker, he's a failed governor. All he has to do is say, President, we're having a problem in Chicago. Could you come in and fix it? We'd have it fixed in 2 months. It would be good. It would be good in 2 months. It would be great in 4 months. You'd have almost no crime. But he can't do it. And it just keeps going the same way. So that's the reason I'm here, to tell you how well you've done, how well we've done. I mean, I just
don't mind
came
if
in,
you're still back, man.
and people
The
greeted me,
country
sir,
do you.
thank you very much for what you've done. I said, oh, where are you from? Memphis. What did I do? You stopped crime, and your sheriffs are so thankful. And, oh, you haven't seen it yet. You know, we've just been here a short while.
Look at all these Trump bots. You're the Trump bot. You're the Trump bot. You're like, bah, 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 I hate Trump. Bah, 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 I hate Trump. Scroll, I hate Trump. Scroll, I hate Trump. Scroll. You are the bot, sir.
In another 2 or 3 months,
Winning,
you have
baby!
no crime. And you know, we take these criminals Is that our handsome senator?
Bro redacted his message.
Bill? Is that our handsome senator, Bill? You got both of them down, but you're going to have a new governor here soon, I guess.
Threw his ass out of office. The kidnapping king.
Will you two stand up as senators? Please stand up. Two of the greatest people. Two of the greatest people. They never let me down, you know? Some let me down. They never let me down. Thank you. Last September, my administration launched the initiative modeled on D.C. Safe Task Force in our nation's capital. One of the most amazing things, I mean, I hate to say it, now I can say it, but our nation's capital was one of the most dangerous places on earth. People were being killed. They'd go in from Iowa. They'd go from Indiana to see the Washington Monument, and their parents would get a phone call they'd been killed. And it was happening a lot. It was really
Oh, wow.
bad.
Finally
And
fixed
like
the audio.
this, actually, yours was at a level higher, to be honest with you. It was really bad. But it was happening a lot. And now you walk down Washington, it's like everybody that sees me in Washington, we've been doing that another couple of months longer. Everybody sees me in Washington, they say, "Thank you, sir. Thank you." And I immediately know what. You know, they could thank me for a lot of things. I said, are they thanking me for the economy? I know immediately. We have people working in the White House, young women. They walk, I would say normally beautiful young women. Ever since I got elected, I don't like to say that, because usually when you say a beautiful woman, isn't she beautiful? That's the end of your political career. So I never say that. But young women coming up to me and they're saying,
Made Detroit and
"Sir,
Chicago
thank
look
you
good.
so much." I know immediately what they're talking about.
Why is he in
I
Memphis?
say, how big a difference is it? They say, we walk to work. We were afraid to walk into an Uber. We were afraid to walk into a car. The car would be, it didn't matter. The car
I'm not sure anybody knows why he's in Memphis, but he's in Memphis.
was being robbed when we were in the car. And it was much more than being robbed. Being robbed was the least of it. And we took out over 3,000 people. And you know, there's an expression that 90% of the crime is caused by 2% of the population. And when you hear that, you realize why we can do such a good job. We moved 3,000 people out, permanently out of Washington. These were career criminals. Many of them came in through the Biden open border disaster. They came in. They weren't there. They came in. They said, we want to live in Washington where they'll take good care of us, give us plenty of welfare. And we got them all out. We moved them back to their countries. Sometimes we'd put them in prison because they were so dangerous. We had one person killed 4 people in a short period of time.
For reducing crime
Many
here.
of the
That's
people,
why he's here.
11,888, 50% of them in our country, they came from jails. Other countries opened their jails and let them into our country because Biden
Not winning,
and
but
his great
better than
border czar,
Kamala.
the border czar who never once went to the border, never once called Border Patrol. But his great border, perhaps you've heard her, Kamala. Has anyone heard of Kamala?
She's still lying.
She was the border czar. That was like having nothing as a border czar. And they poured into our country and they made our country very, very unsafe. And the job that ICE and Border Patrol have done, they don't get the appreciation they deserve. They are great American patriots. They're incredible people.
Is that what he means? Anyone that's better than Kamala?
So we brought together 22 federal agencies, state and local police, and 1,500 members of the incredible National Guard to smash the grip of the violent criminals of this iconic American city. The city is incredible. People love it so much, but they're so...
Winning America is the hottest country in the world. I have seen exactly one federal car this year and walked 3 hours a day and night
and now
around
we're
the
staying.
city.
I said, don't worry, it's
Game
going to get
over.
much better. Just takes a little more
word
time. Like
salad,
our
lady.
D.C. efforts, the Memphis Task Force has been led by our Director of U.S. Marshal Services, Gaddy Seralta, who's incredible. Where's Gaddy? Gaddy, you are unbelievable. And I want to thank you.
Lies,
for
lies,
your
lies,
work.
lies,
You did a
lies.
job in Washington.
All right, guys, we are 1 hour in. We are about to end this poll. We got 3 minutes left, guys. We have 499 votes in right now. J.D. Vance, 38%. Gavin Newsom, 38%. Marco Rubio, 19%. And John Ossoff at 6%. You are with us, and no news is news tonight. Remember, if we hit 10,000 views, which we already have, we're going for that 4th hour. And if we are at over 100 viewers after that 4th hour, we go for a 5th and a 6th and a 7th. Last week, we did a total of 9 hours. You can double tap, hit that like button, send more people in for that poll of the day with 2 minutes remaining on that poll. And that poll is who will be president of the United States in 2028. The runoff will begin in a minute. But first, hit that subscribe button, get your YouTube shorts sent into the portal, into the fucking algorithm, and hit the join button. Hit the join button. $4 a month. Get a little logo next to your name in the chat. Help show that you support the channel. And it changes every single month that you stay a member, as well as access to 17 feature films in my feature film vault library that is right there on the YouTube channel page. 59 minutes ago, 508 votes in. We are just a moment away from switching up the vote on this one, going to our second poll, which is the runoff of the day. We are watching Daddy Trump in Memphis right now with over 10,000 of you viewing already in the first hour, meaning we will go for that 4th hour, and this will stay public. This is a public one now. And 59 minutes ago, still 510 votes in. Get your vote in. 511 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And ending the poll. And the poll says Gavin Newsom 38, JD Vance 37. I did see a 38-38 right before I hit that, so that was very interesting. 19% in for Marco Rubio and 6% for John Ossoff. Now let's get back down to it. Who will be president in 2028? Will it be JD Vance or Gavin Newsom? Those are your only choices now, guys. The fucking runoff is on tonight. Remember, our first time that we did this, J.D. Vance won in a landslide in the two-man race. Back to Daddy Trump. I'm gonna take a second for a rest, guys. I will be back with you momentarily, but I have had a long and tiresome day today. But I appreciate you all watching the news with me, as we do every single day. No news is news. Right here, Daddy Trump.
In Memphis, I said, I want the same guy that did Washington. Because that what you're going to tell us when you get up which was more difficult, all right? But members are known all over the world as the home of Graceland. You know I'm going to see Graceland after this? I think, is that right? I love Elvis. I never met Elvis. Everyone said, did you? I met them all. I met Sinatra. I knew all of them. I never met Elvis. Sometimes I feel I should tell the little fibs that I knew him well. I love Elvis, but I never met him. But I'm going to go see Graceland after this, I think. I'm sure it's not going to be a very long stay, but I want to see that. But for years prior to our involvement, Memphis had become known for something else, being the murder capital of the USA. That's not a good title. It was averaging far more than one murder per day, with a crime rate higher than Colombia, Mexico City, or Baghdad. In the year, I shouldn't be saying this, but here's the good news. It's been fixed, all right? I hate to say this because it's so negative. It's so negative. In the year before I took office, Memphis saw more than 12,500 violent assaults, 429 rapes, and 7,600 burglaries and armed robberies. And I mean, it was getting worse. This catastrophe was a result of years of local politicians, judges, and prosecutors who sided with violent criminals over law-abiding citizens. Basically, liberals, or now they like to go with the word progressives. You don't hear liberal. They're liberal. I don't like progressive because it's a beautiful word. You know, they use progressive because that's the only thing they're good at, politics, I guess. You know, they're bad at policy because all these policies are bad, but they're great at politics, and they do stick together. They stick together, they're good at politics, but they're bad at policy because they can't sell open borders, they can't sell transgender for everyone, they can't sell men and women's sport, so they can be the greatest politicians in the world, and that's why I'm here instead of them, I guess. But just as we have in D.C., here in Memphis, we've achieved one of the largest, fastest declines in violent crime ever recorded. So that's something, right? Ever recorded. In fact, you're half a percentage point away from the record, so we'll catch them in the next month or two, all right? I think that's going to happen. But that includes a 60% drop in robberies, a 74% drop in carjacking, and motor vehicle thefts. We have always achieved numbers that are good. These numbers are right on line to be among the best that we've done, and wherever we do this, we have very similar results. We were in New Orleans, where the governor called us, as you know, and we went to New Orleans. They just had Mardi Gras. They said it's the first, it sounds terrible, but it's the first Mardi Gras we've ever had where there was no murder. Can you imagine? Doesn't sound too good, but, you know, we're talking about the facts. And they said we had the lowest crime that we've ever had on Mardi Gras, which is almost nothing. We went there about 4 months ago. We did a great job. So we've achieved a 70% reduction in murders from the peak in this place. In total, we've arrested 7,000 criminals, seized more than 1,100 illegal guns, taken more than 1,000 pounds of illicit narcotics, and rescued more than 150 missing children, making their parents beyond happy. So I'd like you to please join me in thanking, I tell you, every single law enforcement hero here today. We have a small number compared to what's doing the job, who helped make Memphis safe again. Memphis, just so you know, with all of the things we said, you have now developed a reputation as a city that's coming back stronger than any city in the country because of what's happened with crime, and because your political leaders had the courage to do what they did. So I'd like you to also say a special welcome and hello to the Tennessee National Guard, the Memphis Police Department, ICE, CBP, the ATF, DEA, Homeland Security Investigations, the U.S. Marshals, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and all of law enforcement. Everybody got together and they said, we're going to make Memphis great again. And they really did. It's so good. But, you know, I talk about how good it is. We're at 75%. Some people say 80, 81%. That still leaves 20%. You're going to be down in another 2 months, 3 months, I think, Addie. We're going to be down to almost no crime. You're going to be an almost crime-free city. You're going to be so proud of it. People are going to stay. They're going to actually come back because you have everything going, but you have that one horrible cloud over your head. And essentially, people know it's happening, but essentially in another 2 months, you're not going to have anything. You're going to have a virtually crime-free city. So today I'm pleased to announce that the Secretary of War used to be the Secretary of Defense. We made a minor change. We like the sound of it better. That the Secretary of War just signed a directive to ensure that all National Guard members serving on this task force, as well as in D.C., New Orleans, and our border security missions, will receive the same benefits as active duty troops because you deserve it. That's not bad. That's not bad. So before we leave, I want to thank Attorney General Pam Bondi, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. These are great people. Chief of the National Guard Bureau General Stephen Nordhaus, FBI Director Kash Patel, wonderful guy, actually. You got to get to know him. Once you get to know him, he's a wonderful guy. I've known him too long, right? He's a good guy. DEA Administrator Terry Cole, what a job he's done. Acting Director of ICE, where's Terry? Good job, Terry. What a job. In Washington, too. Acting Director of ICE, Todd Lyons. Todd, great. Thank you, Todd. Good job. Head of the ATF, Rob Cicada. Rob, thank you, Rob. Head of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, Colonel Matt Perry. Thanks, Matt. And head of the Tennessee National Guard, Major General Warner Ross. How are you? You guys look central casting. These are central casting people. What did you need us for? You didn't need us. Anyway, they had to let you do your job, right? They're letting you do your job now. Thanks as well to Tennessee Governor Bill Lee for the outstanding job. Thank you very much, Bill. We appreciated your call. Bill called me up. He said, we need a little help in Memphis, sir. Would you get over here, please? He said, I have no pride. We just want this thing straightened out, right? So thank you very much. I'm glad it worked out. Oh, you haven't seen, what do you see? In 90 days from now, you're going to see numbers that blow these off. You're down 70, 75%. You're going to see numbers that you're going to be very proud of. Senators Bill Haggerty and Marsha Blackburn. Great people. Great people. You have some real warriors, too, as your congressmen and women. David Kustoff, Andy Ogles, Diana Harshbarger, John Rose, Matt Van Epps, and Chuck Fleischman. Will you all stand up? Warriors all. Everyone. Great, great people. You don't get better. It's not the easiest job, is it, huh? Speaker of that, you know what I like about them? They're not 3 o'clock in the morning. Sir, I get a call from Mike Johnson, Speaker. Sir, we have a problem. What time is it, Mike? 3 o'clock, sir, morning. We voted 9. We need, it's always the same, you know, it's like 8 or 9. Sir, could you call them for us and see if you can get their vote? 3 o'clock, call them up. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Hello, sir, I'm not there. I'm not there. Well, you got to get there. 9 o'clock, you got to vote. Sir, could I have a little breakfast so we could discuss this bill? You know, like a perfect bill, like, you know, voter ID or something. You know, a bill, you don't have to be too great to do it. He said, could we have maybe a little breakfast at the White House, sir? So, because I can get there, but I'm just not there. Come on over for breakfast, Bill. You know? I got a lot of them, too. I have about 9 of them. But these are the people we love. These are the people we love. So I want to thank you all. Speaker of the Tennessee House of Representatives, and I hear this guy, I hear he's fantastic. Cameron Sexton, where is he? I have heard such good things about you. And you're working on a very specific bill right now. I know all about you. That's great. Let me know when it's finished, you know. You got to send me a copy, okay? That's great. Thank you, Cameron. You're doing a great job. Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner. Thank you, Floyd. National President of the Fraternal Order of Police. Oh, that's a big one. He gave me his endorsement. Patrick Yost. Where's Patrick? He gave me his endorsement. I said, well, what's your endorsement worth? How many members? He said, sir, we have 490,000 members. I said, that's a good endorsement. Patrick, do you think anybody outside of, within law enforcement, did anybody vote for Kamala that you know of? Don't say it. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Don't say it. But thank you, Pat. That's great. We had an unbelievable, well, I do believe we got 98, 99% with law enforcement. And why not? President of the National Sheriff's Association, Chris West. Chris, thank you very much. Thank you, Chris. Stand up, Chris. Thank you. Well, why are you so far back there, Chris? You deserve to be in the front row. The National President of the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association, Matt Silverman. Great guy, too. All great guys, all guys we know. All guys, thank you, Matt. They're all guys that supported me, Pam, every one of them. For years, our leaders allowed entire cities in America to be destroyed by crime, drugs, and gang violence. Tolerating this violence was always a choice. 19 of the 20 most dangerous cities in America are run by Democrats. I'm surprised I thought it was 20 of 20. I don't know why it's 19. I don't believe it. It's like, I heard it was 25 out of 25. Well, I'll find out about it because I don't believe it's right. Whoever wrote that statistic is wrong. But under the Trump administration, we believe that no city or neighborhood should be left behind. In Memphis, the crime became so horrible that residents were made prisoners of violence in their own community, in their own home. But with the help of the great people right here at this table and right here, it's a whole different story right now. It's changing fast, and it'll be record-setting in a very short period of time, and I'll be here to celebrate it with you. You know, it's a very special state to me. I won this state, Bill, by numbers that nobody's ever won it before. We have the all-time record for votes, so I happen to like the state. I love Tennessee. Maybe someday I'll move to Tennessee. I might have to move there. No, I love it. You never know what that is. You know, you just have a relationship with the state. It's a lot safer than relationships with other things, I can tell you as a politician. But I especially want to thank Speaker Sexton, who's working with the task force to pass model bills that will be toughen crime, to deliver permanent safety to the people of Memphis. And really, I don't know if you know, but they're looking at this all over the country, what you're doing. They're studying it. That's why I know your name so well. And all over the country, they're studying it. And so I hope you do a great job, as simple as you can and as complex in the sense of we want to be tough. We want to be strong on crime because that's the thing. We want to have heart. We want to have fairness, but we have to be tough because some of these people are bad people that should have never been allowed to be here. Since I took office, we have successfully arrested or removed from the country over 500,000 hard-line criminals. And under our leadership last year, the murder rate nationwide saw the single largest decline ever recorded to the lowest level in 125 years. That's something. That's something. And this is despite the fact that they allowed 25 million people into our country. Many of those people should never have been allowed into our country. So now I'd like to ask Director Gaddy Seralta, who's really a special guy, and I've lived with him because of Washington, D.C. I saw what he did, but to say a few words. And congratulations for what you've done everywhere, but today we're only interested in one place, Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you very much. Gaddy?
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. So good morning to you, and thank you, Mr. President. Today we celebrate the successes of this incredible mission and all our federal, state, local, and National Guard teammates who have contributed mightily to the Memphis Safety Task Force. Mr. President, it is an honor to be entrusted by you to lead this amazing task force as Director of the United States Marshal Service. Your decisiveness in responding to state and local leaders' requests for federal assistance is inspiring. It was just over 6 months ago when you signed the executive order restoring law and order in Memphis. At that point, the city of Memphis was overwhelmed with unprecedented levels of violent crime, to include some of the nation's...
Where are we at? Where are we at with this poll? Where are we at with this poll? Oh, guys, this is going to be a beautiful one. 16 minutes in, 159 votes, 160 votes, 53% J.D. Vance, 47% Gavin Newsom. You lost the War Orange Man, lost support besides a few clowns. Oh, man, here we are.
Rates of murder, robbery, and aggravated assault. Memphis residents could not safely enjoy a walk downtown. Parents were fearful of their children playing outside, and local businesses struggled to prosper. The mission you gave us was clear and concise. Crime will not prevail in Memphis, period. The city will not be surrendered to lawlessness. President Trump, thank you for your leadership. We had a blueprint, quickly restoring order and reducing violent crime, given our success with Operation Make D.C. Safe and Beautiful, as you mentioned. We began our deployment to Memphis and commenced operations on September 29, 2025 with 20 partner agencies. and
Rubio
200
already
task force
lost, bro.
members. Now
Already
we
lost
partner
in
with
the earlier
33 multi-agency teams throughout the Memphis area. We have the support of over 2,700 officers and National Guard members who comprise the Memphis Safety Task Force, most of which are out here in the audience. In just over 6 months, the Memphis Safety Task Force has made over 7,342
What's up,
arrests.
bro?
This is last week's numbers.
Hey, Karen.
With
How you doing,
charges
man?
ranging from homicide, there was 44 of those.
I'm
94
tired,
drug
y'all,
offenses.
but I'm here.
Sorry, 812 drug offenses.
Got
and
a
700
Memphis, the Memphis Strangler is here now. Memphis, fucking Donald Trump is here with the DEA being like Captain fucking Save the Day or some shit.
57 gang-related offenses.
I'm not too sure, to be
We have
honest.
seized over 1,200
It's like a lot of like Democrats did this. This is the Republican city though, or something like that.
illegal firearms and located and
It would be
returned
another
150
Jew supporter who wins
missing
president.
children.
Well, I mean,
Each of these arrests
both the
and
guys
seizures
up there
of
right
illegal
now
contraband
are. Hey.
have a ripple effect, bringing justice to victims, relief to communities, and the prevention of future offenses or deadly accidents. Our work, however, has not just been about arrests and the seizure of illegal firearms and narcotics. Our Tennessee National Guard partners have made a significant impact while serving on the task force by administering several life-saving doses of Narcan to overdose victims, chasing down and detaining a fleeing murder suspect on Christmas Day, and providing immediate life-saving medical aid to the occupants of a vehicle collision on I-40. That's just a few of the things they've done. Similarly, our Health and Human Services Tactical Med, we call them TACMED, they're our doctors. Their team has treated almost 500 task force officers and related injuries during our operations. The fraud cell, the Memphis Safety Task Force fraud cell, has been a key contributor in targeting federal benefits fraud, organized crime, and other complex fraud matters. The fraud cell has more than 80 open investigations, 33 cases active with the United States Attorney's Office.
Being amused
Their
by the
recent efforts
CDS
have resulted
for
in
real.
2 indictments of convicted sex offenders living in housing paid for by Housing and Urban Development, and 1 indictment for stealing benefits from a Social Security beneficiary. I would also like to recognize the work of Attorney General Bondi's incredible staff at the Western District of Tennessee. Their stats tell a remarkable story as well. They have increased the number of defendants charged by 221%, and the number of cases indicted by 204% when compared to the same operational period last year. I see you smiling, Mike.
Why don't you,
Congratulations.
yeah, because why don't you just say that they doubled? Just say that they doubled. That's the weirdest way of saying they doubled ever.
Without question,
200%.
Without question, the public safety outlook in Memphis has improved dramatically. In the past 6 months, collectively, our efforts have resulted in a 43% reduction in total serious crimes, 37% reduction in murder, 40% reduction in sexual assault, 56% reduction in robbery, 68% reduction in motor vehicle thefts, and the most impressive of all is a 65% increase in the solvability of the crimes that have been committed.
The fuck does that mean? 68% probability of the crimes that were... Shut the fuck up.
These numbers are so impressive.
Oh, wow! Such impressive
It's
numbers!
easy to just recite them.
Ah,
The
wow!
significant positive impact that we have had on lives of Memphis residents. The city's residents and visitors are now more likely to venture downtown, and our local businesses
Oh, are they?
are rallying
Because they
back.
heard you say that. That's
Large-scale
what
public
got them
events
bigger.
have shown improved safety
Yeah, I just want to go up to the Dems and say Trump won and get the fuck over it.
outcomes, as demonstrated during the December 6, 2025 St. Jude Marathon, where 22,000 runners gathered without a single reported downtown burglary, compared to multiple incidents in the prior year. Perhaps the most telling of all is one of our special assistant United States attorneys recently reported that a traveling emergency room doctor expressed his appreciation for all that the task force had done. You see, he said that in years past he would see 3 to 5 gunshot victims per shift, and now he sees an average of 1 gunshot victim every 3 or 4 shifts. Mr. President, the Memphis Safety Task Force underscores one simple truth.
Hey, Bonnie's doing the math.
State and local agencies work together as genuine partners, we can reclaim even the most troubled cities. I am extremely grateful to you for the opportunity.
Stop wars.
To all our partner agencies, it has been an honor to work alongside you, and I look forward to sustaining and building on these partnerships as we continue to make Memphis safe again. Thank you.
Thank you, Getty, very much. And Pam, I think, thank you. What a great job. And I think, I see them sitting out there, your U.S. attorney and your assistant U.S. attorney. You do a great job. Would you please stand up?
Michael Donovan.
Michael Donovan, Thank you, Michael. Thank you both. Great job. Thank you. Pam Bondi, please.
Thank you, President Trump. Some people choose to tolerate crime, but you chose law and order. And that's why this task force worked.
You're in Dubai right now, and all you keep hearing is missiles and jets?
Working hand in hand with my FBI,
Crazy,
DEA,
bro.
U.S. Marshals, ATF, with Cash, with Terry, with Rob, with Gaddy.
She's trying to process all the lies in her head,
with Department of
and
War,
all of
with
her
Homeland Security,
constitution,
with all of my agencies,
says.
working hand in hand with the National Guard. When you went out there, when we came to Memphis, you could not tell who was with what agency because everyone was working so well together. Our U.S. Attorney, Mike Donovan, was out there. And not only this, everyone needs to know, we met with this president multiple times about this endeavor. The president knew what was going on here. The president cared. People like Alice Johnson sitting in the front row, who is a Memphis resident, she told us what a horrible crime problem there was. And I think the unsung hero in all of this is Stephen Miller. Stephen is the architect of making all of these plans work. Stephen, thank you.
The architect?
And just two very brief examples. There was a horrible murderer, Arsenio Davis, who last October committed a gruesome double homicide. He killed his mother and dismembered another person. And based on this task force working hand in hand, he's off the street. Another example, a horrible monster who's charged with raping a small child. This task force, all of these members working together, arrested him. We can give you countless examples of that. Over 770 gang members off the streets. And we know there's no normal day for a law enforcement officer.
Try harder,
we know it's so dangerous what our law enforcement officers do. But know this, Donald Trump and this administration, we have your backs. Thank you all, and thank you, President Trump.
How's the stock market doing? The Dow is under 500. Neither Gavin or JD both suck. She looks 20-year-old
nobody better
than years ago.
A wise choice.
Is he reading the script for Friday after next?
Thank you for your historic leadership on Operation Epic Fury. The success you've laid out was only possible because of
this fucking cock. This fucking cock.
the military you rebuilt, as well as the historic success here in Memphis. And I want to start by thanking every patriot in this room, in law enforcement, and the nearly 1,500 National Guard members for your heroic efforts in this operation. This is more than a task force. This is a statement not just in this city, but across the nation. When I look around this table, I'm looking at people that we work with every day: Governor, Cash, this team, the National Guard, Pam, Stephen, as was mentioned, Gaddy, the Speaker, at the federal level and the state level, working hand in glove. It doesn't happen any other way. You see, before President Trump, our nation was set on a perpetual course of decline. Our defense industrial base had been hollowed out. Our military had lowered its standard, prioritizing equity over merit and lethality. And right here in cities like Memphis, our people were focused on enduring just what seemed to be the status quo of rampant, vicious crime. Well, they let their cities burn to the ground, literally. In the name of hollow humanitarianism, weak leaders, and that's what it is, it's weak leaders, previously provided sanctuary for hordes of dangerous, illegal aliens who preyed on our most vulnerable. Soft on crime, defund the police nonsense, tied the hands of our brave law enforcement heroes while the bad guys ran wild. And the most basic tenets of public safety, the foundations of any civilized society, were labeled as too toxic to implement. Well, not under President Trump. He's the best guy. Such engineered chaos combined with a wide open border. By the way, thank you for agreeing to sign that declaration for the Memphis troops, the D.C. troops, and the troops on our border. They'll now be paid and get benefits just like folks on active duty. Thank you for that, Mr. President. It's an important step of demonstrating how serious this mission is to the Department of War. It's common sense. And it was that same common sense that brought President Trump back to the White House. People were sick and tired of the never-ending crisis. And under President Trump, we will not allow depraved, suicidal ideologies to destroy our great cities. No longer will we sit idly by while illegal aliens and savage criminals rape, murder, and poison the good people of this country. Because every American, without exception, is entitled to safe, clean, and beautiful cities. Cities where you can walk in peace, cities where law enforcement can do their job. And to that end, the Department of War stands shoulder to shoulder with state and federal partners so that our streets can be defended once again. Kind of like the visual I'm looking at right here. I see a lot of civilian leaders and police, law enforcement leaders in the front. And who's behind you? Men and women in camouflage, having your back every single day like we do in this mission. So thank you for working tirelessly to protect this state and restore law and order. And the results, they speak for themselves. That your presence has led to a massive reduction in crime, a reduction the good citizens of Memphis deserve. So thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership in restoring street by street, neighborhood by neighborhood. You are saving Memphis, Tennessee, and the country, and we are grateful for it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you.
Woo!
Mr. Governor, please.
Captain Kiss-Ass.
Welcome back to Tennessee, Mr. President.
Welcome back to kissing ass.
To the iconic, great American city that is Memphis. We oftentimes say Nashville's the heart of Tennessee, but Memphis is the soul. And great businesses here, remarkable people. A true, rich cultural history, but a serious problem. And I want to tell you, even for me, today's a very important day, even personally. I'm a man who has loved this city all of my life. My grandparents, my mom born and raised, my family here. As a young kid, spent time with my cousins roaming the community, the neighborhoods in this city. But sadly, for decades, that was not possible for children to do safely anymore. And to watch this great city be plagued by crime like it has for decades was a very tough thing for Tennesseans to do. But as was said earlier, what's happened in the last 6 months has changed that story entirely.
I feel gross, too.
And because of your leadership, Mr. President, putting together the Memphis Safety Task Force, putting these people, this leadership team in place, funding and making possible resources that have never before been made available to a city like has been made for Memphis. Because of that, because of the leadership here, and these, especially these men and women of law enforcement and the National Guard who have, in fact, gone shoulder to shoulder with not only the multiple agencies involved, but with the people of Memphis. What has happened here has created generational change and will create generational change, and it could not have happened except for what's happening and what we're celebrating here today. So the people of Memphis are grateful. This governor is grateful. I thank you for the work that's happened. And we are looking to the future. We believe that great things lie ahead for this city. There's a lot of work yet to be done. The General Assembly, and we are working together with the General Assembly to create legislation that will make certain that this is a lasting effect for our city. I'm very hopeful for the men and women of Memphis that have prayed for a long time that the violence would stop, for the businesses that have
I'm really sick. I get
to
it
create
now.
jobs and
I'm
opportunity
fucking
for
slow today,
Tennesseans.
guys.
I have a lot of hope for the future. I do believe and have believed all my life.
There's
that
going to
this
be
is
a lot
great
of
city,
manufactured
and
plants
now
popping up.
It has.
Yeah, including you, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is a manufactured
It is
plant.
on a trajectory of greatness beyond where it's been in the past. Thank you for that. And I will say, I want to introduce Stephen Miller to speak next. There is one person who showed up here early, actually multiple people at this table, but he said his commitment to whatever we needed for this city and for this task force to be successful. He committed that when this began, and it has happened. And we're not done, but the statistics speak for themselves. What Gaddy just read out a while ago is hard to imagine when we first started this just 6 months ago that these were going to be the results. There's more to go, but we're grateful for the work. And Stephen, your commitment to us Tennesseans truly are grateful for it, and your commitment to President Trump's strategy, not just to make Memphis safe, not just to make Tennessee safe, but to make all of America safe again. So thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, first and most importantly, thank you to President Trump, whose vision and courage and determination has achieved something that if you had predicted it 15 months ago, people would have said it was impossible. If you had said 15 months ago that we would achieve the lowest national murder rate, not in 5 years or 10 years or 15 or 20 or 30 or 40, but in the 125 years, nobody would have believed it possible. And President Trump did exactly that, and it is
absolutely
a miracle. The
golf clap, everybody.
Just think about this for a second. Under President Trump's leadership.
Just think about this, guys. Just think about this. I'm Stephen Miller, and I'm a fucking psychopath. Look at me.
The largest reduction in murders in American history. The largest reduction in violent.
There's no way this guy's a good guy. No way. Sorry. Not going to tell me he's a good guy. Nope.
Crime in American history.
He is the
largest reduction in drug overdose deaths in American history. The largest reduction in fentanyl in American history. The largest reduction in illegal immigration in American history. And the largest number of criminals arrested, removed, or deported in American history, all done in 1 year. Right? If I would just say this, if we had an honest media in this country, the statistics I just gave you would be 24/7 on the news. Nobody could have ever predicted such an achievement would be possible. The second thing I want to thank President Trump for is assembling the greatest national security and public safety team in American history. Because President Trump believes in merit, in competence, in people who get things done. So you look around the table of who President Trump chose for these jobs. You start with Rob or Gaddy or Pam or Pete, Cash, Todd, Terry, the whole entire team. What President Trump put together has never been rivaled in history. That's how you get things done. He chooses people based on their skill, their competence, their ability, their determination, their dedication, and their loyalty, and you're seeing the results. So I just want to again thank President.
Double tap, hit that like button, send people into the chat for our poll of the day, guys. 293, 294, 297, almost 300 votes in. JD Vance 52%. Gavin Newsom, 48%. 37 minutes into the poll. Guys, double tap. Hit that like button. Then after you do that, hit the subscribe button. And then after you hit the subscribe button, you'll get YouTube Shorts sent into your algorithm. And then after you do that, you should hit the join button. $4 a month. And for those $4 a month, you get a little logo next to your name in the chat. Show your support of this show that goes live, covering the news every single day, as well as access to 17 feature films, all of my feature films in the film vault right there on this very YouTube channel, right there on the channel page, all for $4 a month. Please help us out. Back to Cyborg Stephen Miller.
Trump, and of course thank the governor as well, who picked up that phone, called President Trump, and said, I want you to help make Memphis safe, although I bet the governor would agree he could never have imagined this safe, this quickly, this many people behind bars. And let's just remember that because of the work that President Trump is doing, not only in Memphis, not only in Washington, D.C., but all over the country,
appreciate you, Dana.
It will save and is saving tens of thousands of American lives. It is, I'll use that word again, what President Trump has done on border security and public safety is a national miracle that will be studied not only for generations but for centuries to come. Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you, Steve. So, Cash, see if you can top that. I don't know. That's a tough one, Cash.
That is tough. You know, Mr. President, as I look around this venue, I see, and I'm reminded again, why we have the greatest warriors on God's green earth, the men and women serving in uniform, the men and women serving and wearing the badge, and law enforcement, our police, our sheriffs around the state of Tennessee. I'm reminded that Americans exist to protect this country day in and day out, and they've done it like we've done it here. But what we didn't have was you. We didn't have a commander-in-chief who backed the blue, who resourced the blue, who funded the military, who did whatever it takes to safeguard every single life. And here in Memphis, Tennessee, you have put on a show for the world. You have allowed us to go out there and capture gangbangers, rapists, murderers, drug dealers at record historic levels. And for me, a first-generation Indian-American kid whose parents fled a genocide in East Africa to become the 9th director of the FBI. I'm living the wildest dream you could possibly imagine, sir, but it's thanks to you. But more importantly, what I see when I look out across our great partners here in the interagency and our great legislatures and our great prosecutors and our great attorney general who has the guts to go out there and make arrests, turn them into prosecutions and put people in prison, you are giving that dream to every single child in the state of Tennessee. You are inspiring the nation and law enforcement to come up and wear the badge and wear the colors of this country and safeguard our men and women for generations to come. This is an enduring mission, Mr. President, because you have made it enduring. It is going to go on for generations to come. They're going to try to achieve what you accomplished here, what Stephen said, in just one short year, and they're going to be doing it for decades because America was smart enough to elect you as our commander-in-chief. So while we're out there fighting for the dreams of our children, just know, Mr. President, how many millions of dreams like mine are going to be lived thanks to your brilliant leadership. Mr. President, thanks for delivering America the safest country on God's green earth.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Thanks for letting me kiss your ass a little bit, for keeping me around, Daddy Trump.
You did pretty good.
Yes, Vance will lose.
Thank you very much.
Vance isn't
Mr.
losing right
Speaker,
now, is he?
please.
Stephen Miller is the officer himself. Yep.
And obviously we're in the hottest country, in the hottest state, and now the hottest city, thanks to you. So we appreciate your leadership in that endeavor. Also, it takes strong leadership, Mr. President, to do what you do. We thank you for that and have a strong team as well. But I'd like to say that I appreciate how resolute you are in your belief and your attitude. And I think that's a testament to making America first. Also, I want to thank you for delivering freedom. When we talk about crime, a lot of times we talk about normalcy. But people get used to high crime. They don't understand what low crime is. And in this city, unfortunately, it became a normal thing, seeing high crime. But you deliver freedom to the residents here in Memphis, as well as Governor Lee did. And it's as little as watching a kid or a child who said they had a bicycle in their living room, and now they're able to ride it outside. We take that for granted. We take that freedom for granted, but because of you, now here in the city of Memphis, kids can ride their bicycle outside, which they never had experienced before. And now what has happened, when you have freedom, Mr. President, you have opportunity. You now have hope, you get independence, and then comes prosperity.
I wonder
and
what
that's
Trump's
what making
ass tastes like.
America great is all about. They can be anything they want to be. It doesn't matter where you start out. You can end up wherever you want to be. And
every future election spoiler, the juice wins, the Americans
that's exactly
lose.
what you're doing, Mr. President. And we can talk about crime statistics, but I want to thank you for saving hundreds of lives. And I mean by saving hundreds of lives is those individuals who were not shot and killed in the city of Memphis. Those are saved lives that have something else that God's going to give them to do in their life other than be a crime statistic. In your short period with your team's approach, there are 10,000 less victims in the city of Memphis. Think about that. Hundreds of lives saved, 10,000 less victims. That is an accomplishment that you have never seen in this aspect. And I appreciate
TDS is real. Bubba J007, welcome back.
You're also a brilliant mind, and Stephen Miller, who I've been able to work with. And we are working, as you said, on legislation, not only illegal immigration that we're going to lead the country in, which is working its way through the General Assembly, but we're going to Soros-proof the state of Tennessee once and for all. And we're going to take on bail. We're going to take on woke and soft on crime DAs. We've already done truth in sentencing. We're working on
awesome
3-strike
dog.
legislation.
Yes,
but we have a strong General Assembly
doggy.
that will support the governor and me and Lieutenant Governor McNally, who's a great advocate in this endeavor. And the last thing I'll say, Mr. President, is I appreciate your resolve to not allow people's words to distract you from your destiny. Stephen Miller just laid out what that destiny looked like, which is untouched in our history. Thank you for being resolute and not allowing those who want to take you down or to cause you harm to allow you to continue fighting forward to make the America what we know it can be, as well as the city of Memphis. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
It's been crazy. There have been a lot of them in there tonight. I mean, look at our poll.
And now we have the ICE
that
director.
They are
Very
all
important.
guilty.
He's done a fantastic job. Todd, please.
BBS, but Biden syndrome.
You're a law enforcement officer. Thank you for letting us do our job again. That's the key thing. The men and women in this room that wear the badge every day, we know that we have a president that has our back. So because of you, we can go out and we can
Good
make America
evening,
safe
Alex
again.
Wagner.
But honestly, sir, if you
Good
just look at what we
evening,
did,
Bubba
this is
J007.
what-
Appreciate you guys. It is a great night once again. I am extremely exhausted, but we are here. We are almost 2 hours into the show. We are almost 2 hours into the show, and we are at least doing 4 hours tonight because we are at 18 or 19,000 views tonight. So hopefully that fourth hour, hopefully 9 to 10 p.m. will be under 100 people. But right now we're over 100 people. I don't know. Might be running this cyborg late at night while I fall asleep.
happens when strategy
Depending on how
actually
well we do tonight. Ask Miller about $890 million he sent to an LLC in Caymans. 2 more weeks.
execution.
Neither I believe JRFK Jr. will appear.
Secure communities and
Density
making
about the
neighborhoods
prison.
safe. And if they would, more cities would just take the lead and have the strength and constitution like the governor does to make their major cities safe again. This is a prime example of how to do it. This is a direct reflection, sir, of the model that you put in place. This and the Homeland Security Task Forces that you put into action with your executive order are really what's going to make a difference to this country.
Did y'all get
one thing,
dose
and
check
Patty brought
yet?
it up,
No,
was the
but I wish I
Memphis
did.
interagency fraud
Still
cell.
waiting.
That's key to your
Still
promise to
waiting.
the American people that honest
While they
Americans
talking,
that
I'm
need
still
that
waiting.
funding will get it. What we're doing is we're having a reduction in fraud when it comes to SNAP benefits, mail fraud, and Medicaid fraud. And that's key and important for true Americans that believed in you that you're going to make a difference to make this country great again. While this wasn't an immigration-led operation,
Do you always mumble like a fucking idiot, you asshole? No. Just when I'm talking to you. Are you free yet or are you good yet? Exploitation at a Texas oil refinery. Explosion at a Texas oil refinery just happened.
sir, we did have 619 illegal aliens arrested.
Let me check.
7 of those, which were Venezuelans that were paroled into this country, or TDA gang members. 1 El Sal that raped a child, and another Honduras male that raped several children. Because of your leadership, we were able to get these violent criminals out of our neighborhoods, and serve Memphis going forward is going to be an example, as Mr. Miller said, for decades to come. So on behalf of the men and women of ICE, the special agents of Homeland Security, we thank you for your leadership.
Thank you very much, Judd. And just, if I might, so you're at the front of a storm. The Democrats have caused lots of problems at the airports and all other places too. We shouldn't be in this position, especially when we're in conflict elsewhere. But how are you doing, and how is ICE doing at the airports and helping out?
No Doge check, but a work check. Work don't depend on government.
My gosh. Sir, just have the opportunity.
I still like the Doge check though too.
Help our other fellow officers at Department
I'd
of
also
Security.
like
We're
that
doing
check
great.
though
We're going
too.
to make sure that your promise is kept, that we're going to help those lines move, and we're going to make people safe. And no one should be nervous to go to the airport, because we're going to make
You're
sure
not going
that
to heaven,
every
that's for
traveler
sure.
in spring break
Wow.
has a safe journey.
Being a Patriot, you will go
Thank
up,
you very
not
much.
down.
Rob
Yep.
Cicada, please. Rob.
President, thank you for your assembling of the Memphis Safety Task Force, your leadership, empowered ATF, and all of our state and local partners.
What? Speak up.
Dangerous criminals out
What? Speak up.
Violent repeat felonies.
Sir, speak up.
On the streets, despite having 3, 4,
What?
5 felony convictions.
What? Speak up.
Are no longer doing.
There you go.
They're no
There you
longer
go.
walking these streets
Gotcha.
without the fear of
There you
federal
go.
and state local and state law enforcement getting together and taking them off the streets. We focused our efforts on the most violent gang members operating in Memphis, so much so that we've decapitated the leadership of the Rich and Ruthless gang and the Vice Lord gangs operating here in Memphis. Their leadership, their membership, is currently running the streets without any sort of direction. The gang members are falling apart. They're weakened. Their ability to coordinate and commit violent crimes are broken down because of the Memphis Safety Task Force. We've also been able to identify numerous firearms trafficking task force. Some of the evidence items that you see here were recovered from.
What the fuck is a Dodge check? I don't know. Because he said it's a Dodge check.
Violent gang members.
It's a check for when you don't buy a Ford.
Many of these firearms were converted from semi-automatic weapons to be able to accept.
Dodge is paying people to buy Dodges now because nobody wants to buy a Dodge.
Machine gun conversion devices, which now allow these rifles and pistols to shoot full auto. Those weapons were used by the gang members to terrorize this community and commit numerous homicides and numerous aggravated assaults. Those networks were identified and removed from
American
operations.
Patriots,
One in
please double tap the
particular
screen.
was
Please
operating
subscribe. All
three
American Patriots. It's time for
3D
you to
printing
start
machines,
fighting.
making machine gun conversion
Start
devices in
fighting.
his house when search warrants were executed by ATF and our
Oh,
Memphis
wow.
Safety Task Force partners. We are continually focused on preventing violent crime. In one instance, while we were out of patrol with our state and local
Terrorist
partners, our agents responded
I
to
didn't
a
get that
shooting
one
had
either
just
yet.
occurred.
Still
Located a
waiting.
victim that sustained serious gunshot
Still
injuries.
waiting.
Agents were able to render first aid on the scene and prevent that victim from bleeding out. Victim was transported to the hospital and ultimately.
Yeah, sir, hurry up. Like, you're making this all about you. Like, this is about your crime or something. Like, this is about Donald Trump, sir.
Survived because of the Memphis Safety Task Force being here. Our agents regularly talk to the members of the community. The community, when we first arrived, was in visible fear. They were afraid to walk out of their homes to the corner store. They were afraid to sit in their front yards because of being in fear of being victimized of a drive-by shooting. Those people are now approaching our agents and our partners, thanking us every day for being out there and taking the fear away from them so they and their family members could walk their communities and sit in their front yards and talk to their neighbors without fear of being killed or shot. So thank you for your support of law enforcement and for creating the Memphis Safe Task Force. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rob, and you do a fantastic job. Thank you very much. One of the best crime fighters I know from personal experience, because I've watched him more in D.C. than here, but I get the reports on what's happening in Memphis. And Terry Cole, please say a few words. Great job.
Mr. President, thank you for your leadership. It's given law enforcement the tools and the support to take this fight directly to the local street gangs, but also the cartels, the designated terrorists that are killing Americans. Your leadership is attacking not only the local street gangs here, but it's attacking the cartels in Mexico It's attacking the cartels in Venezuela. It's attacking the cartels in Colombia and
Also,
Ecuador.
does it say that Gavin Newsom will be president? Is Gavin pulling ahead? Gavin pulling ahead 51-49 with 378 votes in. 52 minutes into our poll, guys. Our second poll of the evening. Over 20,000 of you have joined us so far. Double tap. Hit that like button. When you hit that like button, you send people into the algorithm for our poll of the day. Who's going to be president of the United States? Gavin Newsom, 51%. JD Vance, 49%. Hit that subscribe button. You get YouTube Shorts sent into your algorithm. Then after you do that, you hit the join button. Get the little logo next to your name, $4 a month. Help support the channel, and it changes every single month that you stay a supporter, just like Bubba J007 over here. And you also get access to my entire film vault, over 17 feature films right there on the YouTube channel page. Go check it out. $4 a month. Back to Daddy Trump at Memphis.
And it's setting the example for the world to see that they are designated terrorists. They are fueling the violence in our streets. The DEA, along with our local task forces, are disrupting the supply chain, dismantling networks, and saving American lives. This is America first.
Strong woman.
This is America
strong
first.
Woman, scare weak men.
The DEA is proud to stand along with our federal, state, tribal, and local partners here in Memphis with our amazing military and National Guard. The work has just started, Mr. President. We will take the battle wherever the battle leads us. But one thing can be rest assured. After you take Maduro out of Venezuela, after you take Mencho out of Mexico, after your diplomatic pressure forces the Mexicans to make a record seizure last week of 270 kilograms
At least tell us that's
of
what you're doing.
fentanyl that was destined for the United States, this is truly due to your leadership. It's due to your partnership with law enforcement that enables us to do our job. A few small seizures from this task force is represented in front of you. Close to 190 kilograms of cocaine, close to 50 pounds of methamphetamine. But more importantly, this task force seized enough fentanyl to kill in lethal dosages close to 20 million Americans. 20 million Americans. In a separate case, just outside of Memphis, working with our state and local law enforcement partners, we seized another 25 million lethal doses of fentanyl that was heading to our cities, heading to our streets. I will tell you, Mr. President, in my 3 tours here to Memphis, to put on the gun, to put on the vest, and to go out in the community, I was welcomed. I was welcomed not only by an amazing Highway Patrol colonel and his team, but I was welcomed by the community. I was invited to front porches. I was invited to an ice cream social. But that was in between the hard work of the men and women of the DEA and this task force that we're conducting daily. See, personally, I served 4 search warrants with the amazing men and women of DEA and the Memphis Police Department and Tennessee Highway Patrol because I believe in the mission of where you lead from the front. So thank you for giving us at the DEA the power to do our job again. Thank you for giving us these amazing relationships with these task forces and the Homeland Security Task Force and the Memphis Task Force and the Washington, D.C. Task Force. There's no command we won't go out and complete, Mr.
Donald
President.
Trump went golfing on the taxpayer dime again today.
Thank you for your leadership, and thank you for this amazing opportunity to make America
be a baller, shot caller.
Thank you, Terry. Great job. So
only Kamala Harris can stop this madness. Facts.
People that happen to live
only
here.
Kamala
One's
Harris.
a business owner and a good one, and one's
the chemicals are only produced in specific spots in the world.
A good one, also a resident. And we're going to ask you both to say a few words, please.
Mr. President, thank you for saving Memphis. And thank you for asking me to share my story.
People are not stupid.
My name is Tim Pugh. I'm the co-founder and president of Pew's Earthworks and Pew's Flowers. My brothers and I have 2 family-owned businesses in Memphis, and
He's
this
also on
makes
TV doing work
this year
every day.
marks our
I'm like
50th year
Sleepy
in
Joe, who
business.
disappeared most of the time.
Since we started our American dream. My entire family, including our new grandbaby, is living and working in Memphis. We want our family to feel and be safe. We have many friends that have moved away and encouraged their children to move away because of the escalating crime. We love Memphis and call it our home and would never want to move away. The crime in Memphis has affected my businesses. We've had several delivery vans full of flowers stolen as we're at the front door of someone's house.
No
Turn
way.
around and the van was gone.
No way.
We've had landscape equipment.
He's also on TV doing work every day until Sleepy Joe, who is disappointed most of the time. Let Kamala run again, please. Instant win for Republicans. Let Kamala Harris assist run again, please. I feel like Kamala's got it.
Have to lock each piece of equipment.
Guys, need I remind you, though, Joe Biden could run for a second term. Joe Biden could run for a second term. I'm just saying.
To the truck while we're working on a property. And because of multiple break-ins, including one night, we had
narcissism.
5
Fuck
vans
Trump
with
and fuck the
Cadillac
Federal
converters
Reserve.
stolen on all 5. Due to repeated theft, we had to install an electric fence and multiple cameras
Harris
around
is
our
no
main
match for
store
EU
to
laugh
prevent this theft.
at her word salad.
All of this adds
Cool
significant
Hippos.
financial burdens and man hours.
For
In the spring of last year,
Who is the
members
stupid
of
person that
one of
said
my
that?
landscape crews were robbed at gunpoint.
Digital currency coming soon.
This type of action became too normal in this city that I was raised in,
Although
and
he's
honestly,
dead.
I felt that
He's
we
like
were on a
a
path of no
foot taller
return.
now.
How could we
Bro,
continue
what?
to operate our business when theft was rampant and, God forbid, lives were lost?
Militaries must not
Thankfully
buy.
for you, Mr. President, we don't have to live and operate that way anymore.
Kamala got it. Bah, 1.5 billion she spent last time, lost big time. Yeah, she just needs 1.7 billion more. If we had Harris, we've had no wars. Exactly, guys. We just need Kamala Harris to come out of the woodwork and save the day.
We have a great police force in Memphis, but they just needed reinforcements to get the crime under control. So thank you for bringing in those much-needed reinforcements. Our mayor is doing a good job. Each week he's sending out emails of the progress. And just
is there like some new Kamala thing I'm unaware of? There's like a whole team of people in here that are like, Kamala Harris needs to take over the world. If we had Kamala, we wouldn't be at war in our soil. I don't know at this point because Donald Trump is kind of just starting his own war. I don't know. Like, are we Team Kamala now? Are we coming around to Team Kamala? I feel myself becoming a Kamala.
Last Friday, he reported that
I
crime
feel
was
it.
down
Kamala Mama.
well over 40%.
That's me. I'm a Kamala
Honestly,
Mama.
Mr. President, I feel like crime
What?
is down 100%.
You still haven't learned
is
how to
because of
pronounce
what
your
you've
name?
done.
Doesn't matter.
We want Memphis to grow and prosper.
That's bullshit.
And to
We
do
would
that,
have
you must
health care
a
and
low
food.
crime rate.
Yeah, TDS is real in
People
this
have
chat.
to feel safe. That wasn't the case
Called
before,
all
but
of
now it
this.
is.
Yeah, bro, she called everything. She is the God. She is like motherfucking Jesus, bro. How do you not understand this? Like, it literally was like Joe Rogan's fault that any of this even happened, guys. It's clear as day that, like, if it wasn't for a bunch of stupid bro podcast guys just, like, falling in chairs and Theo Vaughn and whatever, Kamala Harris would be fucking president and we would not be in a war right now.
Thank you to the task
Trump
force.
is ending a 47-year-old threat. I mean, maybe, but we could have extended that threat for another 10 years if had Kamala Harris become president. I'm just saying.
And our city leaders for working together to
I'm
make
just
this happen.
saying.
And thank you, Mr. President. Memphis owes you a lot of
She
gratitude.
warned y'all exactly.
Thank you very
everything. Yeah.
Great. And your business is doing well. That's great.
Kamala warned
it's gonna
us.
Get better and better. You watch. Thank you very much. Delisha?
Thank you so much, Mr. President. It is a complete honor to be here with you today. Thank you for saving Memphis.
Oh, she's
My
saving
name is
Memphis.
Alicia Ballinger,
He's saving
and I'm
Memphis.
a lifelong Memphian, and I'm
Kamala talk black, but she can be Indian. Exactly. She can. She's a fucking, divergent fucking chameleon. Diversity chameleon. There's a reason no other president has done this. I am tired of all these wannabes. A drank that wants to be a war along with the prez. Word salad for president. And you're right. Yep, she predicted Trump. We all get dumber having to read these comments. Trump, best president ever. Who the heck are you? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just waking up. I'm waking up today. I'm realizing Kamala Harris fucking told us, bro. Kamala Harris, literally, if Kamala Harris was president, we would probably be in a thriving economy during peacetime. But unfortunately, we're not extending that 10-year treaty. We're blowing shit up. Kamala toes all the day. Beefy. Mega. Maha. Miga. Yeah, see, this is a problem. We have all of this anti-women hate, too.
Mother.
All this anti-women hate. You guys can't suck it up and just deal with the fact that Kamala, baby, wanted to take us out. She fucking ready for us. She told us. She told us what was up. She was like, look at this Trump guy. We don't want this guy. I know Hillary and other people said it before her, but I'm just saying, Kamala was kind of the closest thing we got. We almost had it, people. We almost had a Kamala presidency. It's not all about the clicks.
And
Sometimes it is all about the clicks, Bubba J. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? Kamala's father was black. Would all the stupid Trump stooges please leave the chat? Exactly. Kamala is fucking queen. Queen, bitch. What about like Kamala, Charlie XCX, vice presidency? What now, motherfuckers?
Speak with you today, not just as a citizen, but as a mom who's lived through what Memphis has become. I remember a different Memphis. I remember when the city felt alive, when families didn't have to think twice about safety, when kids could just go outside and just be kids. We had places to go, things to do, and a sense of pride about where we come from.
Kamala's father, bring up pic of him? No, we're not bringing up pics of Kamala's father. It doesn't matter. Dodge that bullet. No, it's not a bullet dodge. We almost had that bullet. We almost got Kamala to take a bullet. Charlie Kirk would be alive if Kamala Harris was president, y'all. You forgetting that fact? You forgetting that fact? Are you forgetting that fact? That if Kamala Harris was president, Charlie Kirk would be alive. And South Park would still be good. Yeah.
But over the years, that Memphis
starting to not look so bad, huh?
What it was replaced with was fear. Before the Memphis Safety Task Force, I just didn't hear about crime, I lived it. I watched friends and people that I love lose their lives.
He's so black you can't see his starfish.
I've attended funerals.
Look at what DEA did for LaGuardia today.
I've seen families torn apart, mothers grieving, and children growing up without parents. All because of violence that felt like it would never end. And those moments stay with you. They change how you see everything.
Long live Charlie.
More than becoming a mother. Because now, it wasn't just my life that I was worried about, it was my children. There were days where I wouldn't let them go
I never considered myself a feminist until this admin, and now I feel attacked.
outside, not because I didn't want them to, but because I was afraid what would happen if I did.
Yeah, we gotta just join together. We gotta keep together.
The sounds of gunshots at night, constantly wondering if they were truly safe. And that fear became real in a way that no mother should ever have to experience. At just
God
5
bless
years
Charlie
old, I
Kirk,
could have lost my
R.I.P.
son.
Or if maybe he didn't have such a huge mouth about what this or that would be happening because of Dio. Shit that took an opportunity. There no changing it to is what's. It is he woof poofnant have had plans. Good one. Good one.
There was a drive-by shooting, and a random bullet came through my home in that very same space where my son played. And to that day, this bullet hole is still in my wall, a permanent reminder of how close I came to losing everything. My family we are good people. We work hard every day to have everything that we have.
But it changed the gears
only
of American Tire in my spine. Yeah, I feel you.
We've experienced multiple burglaries in our home. And it wasn't just the material things that were stolen. It was our sense of security, our peace, our livelihood. And that violence just wasn't inside of our home. It was all around us. Just literally 4 houses down from where I live, a grandmother and her child were shot. I remember what sounded like almost 30 gunshots ring out. Yellow tape covered the street. After that day, those neighbors never returned. Their home now, with a for sale sign, stands as a reminder of a fear so deep that they couldn't come back to the place where they almost lost their lives.
Ooh.
And that feeling, that fear, is something that my family knows all too well. That is not how families are supposed to live. That is not how children are supposed to grow up. We've reached out for help. For years, we looked to our local leaders, hoping that anything would
respect the president. Do you know he closed all the Elvis Presley off without warning? Well, it's Whitehaven.
Change. But nothing did.
I don't know.
And that was
he is the president.
My president.
I'm just saying. Kind of does close shit off without warning.
Understand what that meant for families like mine.
Oh my God, he
because
didn't
in
warn
a
them.
matter of weeks, we felt a difference. Today, I can sit out on my porch and drink tea in peace.
That's encouraging, 31%.
My children can go outside and
However,
play in our backyard
how
again.
are we going to
First
open the
time
streets?
in 5 years, I don't.
Boom, Big Bubba with the sticker super chat. I love you, Big Bubba J. Or not Big Bubba J. Bubba, but goddamn, I fucked this. Y'all are too close together. Bubba J 007. Mr. Motocross. Mr. fucking Two Wheels. He is Bubba J 007. With the super chat! Appreciate you so much. Let's keep it going.
It's in my neighborhood. It's been.
That's for all the libs in the chat. Yeah! This is the Republican-only chat because the Republicans are paying. And you poors need not speak. Thank you very much.
It's been almost 6 months, and it's like a whole new world. That silence means everything to me. It means safety. It means peace. It means that I can breathe again as a mother. What years of waiting couldn't fix, you did it in just 3 weeks. And I'll never forget that. My family will never forget that. And what's even more powerful is that that impact did not stop there. Because of the Memphis Safety Task Force, it has sparked continued efforts right here at home, like the Make Memphis Matter movement, led by the incredible, the most awesome State Senator Brent Taylor, starting in 2023, who is putting his best foot forward every day to continue the mission to make it a safer Memphis and to hold
what he
our
said goes
SOAR-backed
double for
DA
me.
accountable at a state level and partnering with amazing Senators Haggerty
Chris Murphy of
and
Connecticut
Blackburn
for president,
on the federal
2028.
level. And it's because of leadership like that, I believe that Memphis can be...
What in the incel have you found? You have found the unincelled incel. We're watching fucking Daddy Trump's speech today.
Become that place that I once remembered. So from
Welcome to No News is News.
Thank you.
Come on, Dems. Throw down those super chats. Broke ass trouble ass.
Thank you for seeing communities like mine.
They ain't got jobs like you, Bubba J 007. They ain't got jobs like you.
Thank you for taking action. Thank you for putting Americans first, especially right here in Shelby County in Memphis. Because this isn't politics for me. This is my life. This is for my children. In fact, President Trump, my son, my beautiful son is here today, and he would like to wave and say thank you because now he's free to live a normal childhood. Braylon, stand up for me, baby. And because of that change, we finally have a sense of normal again. Again, from the bottom of my heart,
That's another thing. There's a ton of moderates who disapprove. Lots of Republicans too, not just liberals exclusively.
I truly don't have the words to share.
It's just the right left talk. It's what we do, right?
Much, sir.
Have you ever had a girlfriend? I did for like 4 years. Then she broke up with me because I talked about politics. That's what happens. Now I got fat. And I do freelance work and talk on live streams. I could have not been fat and gotten a COVID shot and had my girlfriend. Christmas in Florida. Go watch it. Amazon Prime.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow.
Or $4 a month.
No, Delisha.
Join right now.
I think we're gonna have to give her
How we in a war?
right?
We in a war.
Delisha.
Almost 200.
Thank you.
Almost 200 of you. Almost 200 of you. What is going on? It's putting people into extreme boxes, which is so wrong. Don't forget the independents. Pioneer who you're talking to itself, they, them. How are we
She said, I am
doing
a
good?
Republican. I love this. Anyway, great job. Thank you very much.
And independence.
Appreciate it. Really beautiful. So you're going to see some fantastic results. You already have, but you're going to see some numbers that are going to bring you into a
ICE
level
isn't
that
doing
few
anything but
cities
adding
attain.
crowds.
I want to thank the governor. I want to thank the state.
Bro, yeah. Well, like, where are the ICE agents parking? If they're helping out at the airports, where are they parking? They're taking up parking spaces that we could have used for fucking people or something.
The state is just...
They're not trained. They're not trained at the metal detector. Bubba J, bring the heat every time, LOL. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, absolutely you do, bro. Bubba Blue Dawn and the views. Yeah, the views are coming up. Hopefully, neither one of those two guys will be president in 2029. I wonder if Robert Mueller, when he was the head of the FBI, ever went on a bloodshot drinking binge in a hockey locker room on a front of a assembly press. No, definitely didn't, which means that he's not as cool as the new guy. Y'all see what we see? It's just whether you care or not. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. Whatever you care about, I don't care about.
We're leading by 30 points, and it never went down. It just only went up. So it's something special. We have a bond. We have a special bond. You know, you can be a politician, but when you win something in landslide, you have a very, very great feeling. And I want to tell you, this is a very, very successful, beautiful state.
That's 2028, not America.
Thank you very much.
When does the winning start?
Congratulations to Memphis, and fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, very much. Thank you.
Hey-o! Daddy Trump in Memphis. Let's double check. Let's check in on that poll right now. 51% JD Vance right now. 500 votes in, 1 hour into our poll. Keep it going, guys. 2 hours into our live stream. We are 45 minutes away from the access point. We've already reached the 10,000 needed for hour 4, so we got about an hour and 45 minutes left of the show no matter what. If there are over 100 of you in the live chat like there are right now, double tap, hit that like button, send people into the poll for our poll of the day, and hit that subscribe button, hit that join button. When you hit that join button, you get a logo, just like Bubba J 007, helps supports the channel. We're live every day, covering all of the news, and you also get the entire Film Vault, 17 feature films right there on my YouTube channel. Go check it all out right now. We already saw that. All right. Secretary Wright, Energy Industry Conference? No, thank you. Those are speeches. Remarks. For deporting. Visits Graceland. Here we go. Here's the time, guys. We're here. We're at it. IQ will never see it. I respect you folks. I just wish they could remember a time when our leaders acted like adults. Oh, boo! Bubba J 007! Bubba J 007! Oh my God. Another super chat by Bubba J 007. A $2 super chat by the pup, a box of bones. Absolutely will do. Appreciate you, Bubba J. Now to Daddy Trump at Graceland.
Hello. How are you?
second most visited private home in America.
Wow, that's really good.
Your house is number one.
Pretty good too, right?
Yes.
That's very nice to see. I was there a few years ago. Very good. That's right. We gave Elvis a gift.
Booyah! Bubba J 007! Oh my God! Just making this a completely Republican podcast, guys. You guys are not even helping. You're not even making this a two-sided argument here. It's just Bubba J 007 and his unlimited wealth fund helping us out, saving the day, putting the tips in the tip jar. Double tap, hit that like button because you're poor, because you can't afford a tip like Bubba J 007. Then hit the subscribe button because you're poor, and you'll get free YouTube shorts sent into your algorithm. And then if you decide to stop being poor, you too, like Bubba J 007, can join for $4 a month. Put that little logo next to your name in the chat. We are live every night covering the news, 3 hours at least every night. Tonight we are doing at least 4 hours. Over 25,000 of you have joined in. 115 of you right now in the live chat. And with that $4, you also get access to all 17 of my feature films right there on the YouTube channel. This YouTube channel right here. Go check out the channel page right now. $4. That's it. All right. Back to Daddy Trump at Graceland. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Nice to see you, Bubba. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Angie, and I'm going to be your tour guide today.
Very good.
Yes, nice to meet you. Welcome to Graceland.
Looks great. Hello, everybody. We were here, and we're touting how well it's done with the crime stats, and over a period of 5 months, it's...
Bubba J 007 can't stop. He can't stop. He won't stop. He's here. He's present. He's making you aware. Another $2 sticker super chat. What does this one say? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. This is a Daddy Trump win day. Period. Game over. March 23rd, Monday. Daddy Trump back at the driver's seat in the win column.
Down, and we're proud of it. We're going to come back in 2 or 3 months, and we'll have a very, very, one of the safest cities. So Memphis went through a terrible thing, and like in D.C., we're doing great, and every place we go, we're doing great, to be honest with you. So, Frank, I'd love to go to Chicago. I'd love to be invited to Chicago. We would get rid of crime in Chicago very easily, but the Democrats don't want to do that. I'd love to go to San Francisco. Would make it something. Would bring it back to where it was. And the mayor's working hard. He's a Democrat. He's working hard.
Look what DEI did to LaGuardia today.
But every place we go, and Memphis, I guess you probably heard the crime numbers are way down.
How many drunk
Most of it down by 75% and more. And within 2 or 3 months, we'll have it down to over 90%. So you have to be happy. Elvis would be very happy about that, right?
Gross people.
I love Elvis too. Elvis, you know, they all say, "Did you know Elvis?"
Bro, it feels like he just walked into a fucking funeral parlor, though. Bro, it's fucking facts. Just spitting facts here. So DEI brought in the ice for real. What was this whole DEI thing that happened? Give me a little bit more info, y'all.
Unfortunately, I never met Elvis.
Messi 2028.
One I would have liked a lot.
Not even in the top 5 right now.
His music, I will say. So thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming and visiting us.
Messi has integrity.
All right. So welcome to the living room.
I think people don't think he's going to run. I think that's the thing with that one.
I want you to meet Joe Weinstein.
Okay. Sounds good.
I love them salty tears.
Yeah. So obviously,
yeah, you
this is
do.
the Medal of Freedom that Jack accepted on Elvis's behalf at your office in 2018.
That's great. And you have it here? Do you keep it?
We have it on.
Straight from your ass.
Yes.
Somebody's going to grab it. Memphis is not that safe yet.
We have over 1 million items across the street that we have in archives, and very well protected. Almost as well protected as you are.
Do you ever get tired of that music?
Never.
I don't think so.
Great. Genius is genius.
I don't get tired of that music. I hear it a lot.
As a matter of fact, this is actually the last Grammy Elvis won, and it was for the live recording of How Great Thou Art, which is what we were just listening to. Which I know that song was something that you played at the White House when you presented Elvis.
Donald Trump thinks that he won the Grammy. You know it. You know this motherfucker's like, are you giving that to me? Are you giving that to me?
It's the Medal of Freedom.
That was a big day.
Yeah.
It was a great day. It was a great honor, actually.
Sorry, I was dreaming.
We have some wonderful people outside. We have some of the biggest politicians in America outside. And when they heard about Elvis, they said,
Close Bubba CSN.
How's the house doing? Good?
It's wonderful. It really is. It's, you know, Elvis, you know, wanted to live there forever. He's really the American dream. He was really an American. He made every American feel that they could have the things that he had. They gave them reason, and he actually made America great.
Yeah.
He really did. He gave people reason to feel that they deserve something, regardless of where they came from, regardless of who their parents were, regardless of anything. He gave them the belief that they could be anything they wanted to be.
And does his music sell better today than it did during his prime?
He actually, the estate makes more money today than it ever made while Elvis was alive, even when counting for inflation. Our new epic, which you really need to see, and hopefully you can in the White House, the new Baz Luhrmann epic biography, just incredible, broke all records for any, beat the Beatles, beat Led Zeppelin, any other music biography. So he's really as relevant or more relevant today than he's ever been.
You need to see it.
Trumpety Dumpety just wishes them mounted to something.
To see all these people. These are the biggest people in the country.
Nah, he's just president.
General,
he's just two-time president of the United States of America. That's all. That's all. He's just got like 40 buildings in his name across the United States. By stealing music from black artists, how awesome. Yeah, I can't believe it. Why are we supporting Elvis? Burn the building down! British invasion and Elvis was done.
In trouble. Would you help out Elvis? Elvis maybe, I don't know, gets a little bit of a pass. Not much. We're not allowed to give...
Why did they let Pam Bondi into the fucking Elvis? They let Pam Bondi into the fucking Graceland? Not okay.
Much of a pass. But he was great. You're a big fan of Elvis, Pam.
My mother was, especially.
Elvis loved law
My mother was, yeah, your fucking mother. You were, you fucking 800-year-old fucking witch.
He actually donated a lot of money to
Trump's
law
the chump.
enforcement.
Trump's the chump.
He wanted a badge so badly that he threatened the Shelby County sheriff that if he didn't get a badge, he'd run against them to get the badge. So he has a collection of...
He would have been tough to beat.
Yes, we have a collection of over 200 badges in our collection.
Is Elvis beatable? What do you think? CNN would say no.
Have you been here before, Mr. President, or is this your first time?
I've never been here, no. I'm a big fan of Elvis. Who isn't, right? But I think he's great. I think his music is...
What the fuck does this mean? Why are you here? In the middle of World War III, and the bro's just like, you ever been here? No, I've never been here. I just really like Elvis today. What?
Incredible.
Don't be cruel.
I understood his life. His life was...
You drive a heap of a Jeep.
Right?
Must be a duck.
But he was terrific. Sure. And he was born with a voice that he never lost, right?
Yes, exactly.
He had other difficulties, but he never lost the voice. Yeah.
And Graceland really is the fulfillment of a childhood promise one day that Elvis made to his parents to buy them a big house so that he could take care of them. And that's what Graceland represents.
Well, he loved his mom.
Yes.
So much. I think the father, but he really loved his mom. And
yes.
I think when his mom went, it was very hard for him, right?
Very, very hard. Yeah. And really, Graceland is probably the most positive thing that when foreigners...
Every time that Trump speaks, I hear the sound of diarrhea in a toilet.
From all over the world, tens of millions of foreigners come to Graceland. It's what they really represent, the best of America, because Elvis really represented the best of America.
Well, you're getting a lot of publicity today with all of these. You have all the fake news media here. Look at this. I mean, you ever see so much. Do you get treated? Tell me. Does Elvis?
He was only 42 when he died. This doesn't look like Graceland. Why are we talking about Elvis?
With me, it's fake
Don't ask me. Probably some Pizzagate shit.
Fake news too,
I think in the UK we're about the same as you.
No, really?
So you have some from both. You know, it's people want to. You know, he was so revolutionary and so important that I think that brilliance people are afraid of. And I think people who are afraid of brilliance have to lash out.
Wow, it was special. Please.
We have a few more things over here I wanted to show you. So if you'll just come this way.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a portrait of Elvis that was done when he was in basic training in Fort Hood, Texas. And it shows you Elvis's natural hair color of blonde. He was born with blonde hair, blue eyes. He dyed his hair black because he thought it brought his facial features back.
Are we really just like going on a fucking tour with the President of the United States of Graceland during World War III? This is really happening right now?
Better out on film. And so he started doing that after his first movie, Love Me Tender. This is actually the oldest guitar in our collection. It's a 1956 Gibson J200. Elvis used it in the movies Loving.
Bro is doing the same thing we all do at one of these tours. He's just like, ah, cool. And he's like, you breeze through it. You want to see every room, but then you want to be done.
Jailhouse Rock and King Creole, and then used it in Vegas in 69 and 70. And then at the top of the stairs, we have the outfit that Elvis wears at the end of the 68 comeback special when he sang the song If I Can Dream, which was especially written for the show. After the assassination of Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy, Elvis felt like he needed to make a statement of how America could be. And so that's what If I Can Dream represents. And he ended the show wearing that outfit right there.
So he loved this place, right?
He did.
Yeah.
And he loved his country. And yeah, everything you see in the house is original. All the furnishings, all the
Can we
drapes,
talk about his natural color hair next? Yeah.
The chandelier above the stairs was actually taken apart here in the hallway to be reassembled because it was too large to fit through any of the doors.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we're going to come this way. This would have been the master bedroom, the primary room in the house. You can come on in.
The whole press just fucking... It is. It's just. It is. It's very strange. The whole thing is very strange.
TV right here, facing back this way. TV right here.
What is going on? Why are we doing this?
Right behind us. Right behind us.
It's not even like it's Elvis's birthday or something. We just decided today we're just going to see Elvis.
Apparently, which way we shooting? Apparently this way. That's the best side.
Come this way.
Everyone needs to back up 2 feet, please. Everyone back up 2 feet. Thank you. Everyone back up 2 feet.
You need to be back. Yeah, or get down. Back or down. Give it to a photographer.
We need to go back.
Yeah.
We have to back up 2 feet.
2 feet more, guys.
Keep backing up.
Everyone please back up.
Sorry, Albert. Get 2 feet there. Yep.
Yeah, behind
Seriously, let the visuals in front here.
behind the stanchion, which is behind Caitlin.
We good?
Patriots unite because Elvis is still alive. Might be because Elvis is still alive.
What's the set? Can you move?
Yeah.
Trump's natural hair color is currently fish belly white.
She just wants you to pull the bean back so he's gonna.
Pocky, you probably won't live to his age. That's what happens, young ones. Rubio, Marco Rubio, 2028. Gale Pedos.
So there was always someone in here ready to make whatever Elvis wanted, or when any of his entourage wanted. It does have the latest and greatest in technology here, including this tap-in oven, which has a hidden 4 burners underneath this. This pulls out, as well as the microwave in the corner was the first microwave sold in Memphis.
Oh.
And behind you, there's a bread warmer. But yeah, so Graceland was always full of technology at the time. This is actually Elvis's Army helmet that I wanted to show you. Because like every other GI, Elvis had to put his initials in it. So you can see where he's put EP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that everybody would know that this was his helmet. So it's written all inside here. And then this blue hat was worn by Elvis when he came home from the
James
Army.
Wood for president.
And it also was worn on his first television appearance, which happened to be on the Frank Sinatra special.
Oh.
So this is
Sorry for the quality, guys.
Frank
The
was
video is
hosting
low.
Elvis along with Sammy and Joey Bishop and Nancy. And what they did is they told Elvis when he missed the 2 years while he was in the Army. And I know you're a huge music fan, but Elvis had added, seen Elvis along with Sam, takes about 5,000. Listen, Frank do a duet, and Frank sings Love Me Tender, and Elvis sings Witchcraft.
Oh.
So it was kind of fun.
Right.
Yeah, but there we have a security system here that Elvis had added to the property so he could actually see all the comings and goings around the house. And Lisa would say when the cameras would come on and the red light would come on, she'd go run and hide because she knew she was in trouble.
But he was just comfortable here. Right?
Yeah, this was his home. This no matter where he lived.
He always came back here.
Always came back to Memphis. And whenever he talked about Memphis, it was always home.
Can't polish a turd.
No, that's very nice.
But you can polish a Graceland.
Yep.
But you can polish a Graceland.
So our next up, and this is a staircase that Elvis would come down to the kitchen. Yeah, so when he would come downstairs, he really wouldn't come down the main stairs. That's really formal for him. He would
As American soldiers are set to die for his stupidity, he visits Graceland. Yeah, it is odd. Just Trump's a turd you can always polish. Newsom is just the blue MAGA. Facts. Facts. Let's wrap this tour up. Trump needs to have his Legembi injection. Lebengi injection? What is that? Some kind of diabetes thing or something?
Right here? Yep.
Yo, you're getting in the way of the tour. Get the fuck out of the way of the tour. Get the fuck out of the way. Get the fuck out of the way. They're staging the next scene.
I came home one day and Elvis went, this is the job time here. She actually, even as and Lisa would go on the floor and she'd become a child.
Just makes a shitty mess.
Really just an amazing thing to see. So this is the room with the most warmth, I think, the most family room of the whole house.
Have any presidents visited here before?
George Bush actually came here with the Prime Minister of Japan in 2008. And then you've had presidents before and after, but President Trump is only the second standing president to visit. We don't close the house down for many people.
Did they film any of the recent movies about Elvis?
No, there are parts and pieces filmed, but primarily the Baz Luhrmann movie was actually filmed in Australia.
Oh, really?
The little to known about that, because I was about to fly out, I get a phone call saying that don't go because Tom Hanks has some weird disease. And if you remember, the first famous person anyone knew had COVID was Tom Hanks in Australia, and he was actually there for the start of the Baz Luhrmann Elvis movie.
Oh, wow. Fun fact. Also, another fun fact. Why were they shooting it in Australia, an American icon movie, and he's touring this facility and all this bullshit? Because we don't have tax credits in America that will pay for the actual fucking movie to be filmed in America. We want to fucking rip people off and film it in Australia instead. Are there boots on the ground? It's not war. Maybe half a war.
The jungle room.
Don't have to arm the Kurds. This is fucking weird. They're all just sitting there while he's...
I like an assault mine in Kansas. And Baz Luhrmann, and I was producing on this as well, just released 6-7 weeks ago.
Okay.
It's the concert film above all concert films. And it was the highest grossing first week of a concert film ever. Beat the Beatles, beat Led Zeppelin. Just an extraordinary film. Elvis was...
7K troops out there, though. I'm afraid he's going to do it.
Elvis
He's going to do it!
Just his every take of every on the records is just perfect and amazing, and from as the president rightly said, to his last day he never lost any of his voice.
Be Afraid Like You In It?
Are you here for the Quaisini visit?
No.
It's in 1964. And it's really, Elvis just called it his den. But when the press first saw it, they nicknamed it the Jungle Room for obvious reasons. The furniture is all hand-carved white pine wood, and it was made by a company called Whitco. And Elvis loved Hawaii, and his dad had said that he had seen the most awful furniture he'd ever seen. And so Elvis goes shopping that night.
Puff, puff, pass to my Patriots.
And this is what it was.
Think the Kurds said no. Trump already betrayed them once. Why are you afraid they're the ones going to the combat?
Notice there's carpet on the ceiling, a 70s decorating trend that made this room acoustically sound.
Yeah, before his time.
And Elvis
he was
actually...
way before his time. Look, he
really was.
Carpet on the ceiling.
And Elvis actually used this room for recording. He recorded 2 albums from Elvis Presley Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, and 6 songs from his last album in this room. And he would normally stand over there on that platform. That was kind of his stage. And then the band and all the singers and everybody would be here in the room while they were recording.
That's great.
Yeah, one of the songs he recorded here is a song called Hurt, and another one was Unchained Melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and that's a stereo system, and Elvis's karate nickname was Tiger.
And you can see she loves Elvis. Well, she couldn't do what she does well, right?
She's the best
She's doing great.
I'm afraid
How long
for our
have you
troops.
worked
I think this war is
36 years.
intangible.
Whoa.
We have people come from high school. We actually had some of your people who actually wanted to give us applications. They wanted to come to Graceland so
Yes.
much.
Mhm.
It's an amazing place to be.
36 years. And he's been here a long time, I'll tell you.
Yep.
He's been, right?
I've been, I've been developing it. When I got here.
From a young man.
Yes.
From
Yep.
when he was a young man.
Yep.
And
So-
we all love Elvis. Media loves Elvis.
Trump betrayed
It's a
them.
little
I think
different
there
for
was
you
another
guys, right?
president.
You know,
Sorry.
we're very political.
Not here.
And,
this is
not
all
here,
fun.
but not here
And
because
Elvis
everyone
was not
loves Elvis.
political.
Yeah,
well,
everyone loves
I think he
Elvis.
was political, but he kept it.
He kept it to himself. Yep, he did.
Yeah.
He believed, he felt very strongly in the office. He respected.
Wow, did you see how they kind of like shot him down? Not here. Not here. We are not political. We like our money. We like our money here. We got Bush. We got Bush.
The office.
Under
He
president.
respected law enforcement.
Dude, you look
And
like
that's
Ron
something that
Jeremy.
should be
Sorry, bro.
Yes, no matter who.
Or is it a compliment?
Any questions about Elvis, media? You like to
What's your
have?
favorite song, sir, of Elvis's?
Well, she just mentioned one of them, "Hurt." Hurt's great, right?
It is.
Isn't
It is
I
very
mean,
good.
He's got so many. There's very few I don't like. Actually,
Well, and
but he's got.
How Great Thou Art.
Yeah. Every one of them is. He made nothing. He did nothing bad.
No.
Elvis loved his gospel.
He did nothing bad.
Gospel was his favorite music.
What was his biggest selling song? What was his most successful song?
It's
With
Now
all-
or Never.
Oh, really?
That's one sold the most, yes.
Oh, that's good. I wouldn't say the best, but that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. They're all good.
He didn't like it. He didn't like the one that fucking was the best. He's like,
I also have a few pieces
it's
here.
now or never. Fucking out of it.
This is Elvis's Social Security card that we found in his wallet. So
This is Elvis' social. Let's chill the fuck. Ooh. President of the United States, everybody, being handed Elvis's Social Security card and going, ooh.
the gold medal Social Security cards were not officially issued by the government, but they were a novelty item that you could actually buy then, because the paper ones that people would carry around with them would get messed up. And so this was Elvis's.
Good idea. Maybe we should do that again.
And then
Yeah, that isn't a bad idea, bro. Come on, bring it back. Bring it back.
yeah, and then this is his bedside phone. It actually is gold plated.
I would like to hear some of those conversations, right?
Well, as you can see, it's
They
very,
would like to hear.
Yeah, it's very well worn.
Oh yeah.
And it's been through the ringer. It has its little dings on it. But then this is actually the belt that Elvis got for shattering all the city's attendance records in Las Vegas. The belt buckle is sterling silver with diamonds, rubies, and sapphires in it. And he most notably wore this not only on and off stage, but he wore it in the Oval Office when he met President
Oh,
Obama.
this was in Israeli? Is that why they're doing this?
Yes. Yep. And this
You're a
guitar
fucking
that
idiot.
you see here,
Why am I an
this
idiot?
is actually a replica.
Iran's being underestimated, I'm afraid.
Guitar that Elvis used in his 1973
I'm afraid you're wrong.
Hawaii concert. And I was wanting to know if you would sign it for us to keep for the
sure.
archives.
Wow,
so you can sit here if
that's
you
a
like.
big honor.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, this will be for the archives.
Sure.
There you go. There's a marker.
Okay. Where do you want me to sign that here?
You can sign it right here if you like.
Okay.
There you go.
It's a great honor. Hold it. Has anyone tested this pen yet?
I think you're the first.
Should we just
Right
give
there.
me a piece of paper just to make sure what level the ink is,
Yes.
right? It's a lot easier to do that way than ruin the guitar.
Exactly.
I would like to be
Okay,
wrong.
not bad.
Elvis isn't dead. He just went home.
Okay, ready, everybody? Let's see here. Oh, that came out good. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Wow. You never know. These are hard to sign.
You patchers
But
are
they came
wrong.
out pretty good.
Is that the first
Wonder
guitar you
what
signed?
our guest
Just
thought
about.
about Brooks Road.
Now, Biden couldn't do that.
Streets are scary. Headed down to Graceland. Kind of
You'd have
shameful.
to send it out. Pretty sad.
That is a fact, right?
It came out nice. What a beautiful guitar.
That's an
Is
interesting
this-
one.
So, did he play this guitar?
No, this is a replica
Trump is a retard who
one,
also
but
lost
this is a
NATO.
replica
Trump,
of the one that he did
Trump's.
play.
Yeah.
And the one that had the karate patch on it, Elvis had 2 8th degree black belts in karate. One was in Kenpo, and that's what this
Was
patch
he really
for.
good, or was it just?
Actually, he was really good. He
Okay.
started
Could
practicing.
I have taken him in a fight?
I don't know. You might.
I think he would have been respectful enough to let you win.
Yes, he probably would.
But he and Bruce Lee really brought
Really? Is
karate.
that right?
Yeah, he would have been. But he and Bruce Lee really brought karate to the West.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good.
Yep.
It's very good. Well, Bruce Lee was pretty good, right? You having a good time, media? Everybody? It's interesting. It's a little bit different, yeah.
People make pilgrimages here from all around the world.
Yeah.
Would you imagine someday in the very distant future, people making a similar pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago?
Well, I don't know. It's something I could never say. You know, would it be terrible if it was, oh yes, so yes. Headlines, Trump, no, whatever.
He doesn't want to say it. He's like, bro, I would love that cash cow.
That's a special place too. As you said, you know, in terms of people going to places, these are big, successful
We are
places.
NATO?
But this is, all I know is, you know, I know that all my life I've heard about Graceland. I've watched
Don't
Elvis.
say I'm with the main
Surprisingly,
funder
yeah, 'cause
of
I was
NATO.
around
Bye-bye.
with Elvis, sort of in his semi-prime at least, right? And,
Yeah.
for some reason I didn't know him, but I knew just about everybody else. Knew all
Bubba,
of
hope
them.
so.
But I
But we
don't know
haven't
why
won
with
a
Elvis.
regime change war in 100
A little
years.
bit locked into Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, he
Hi.
was in Vegas a lot.
Hey, Hoodhammer, what's up?
He was a very special guy. Everybody said.
Welcome
he was a
back
good
to the
person. Yeah, he
chat.
was just a good person with a complicated life.
The most famous person on the planet. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the most famous person on the planet. Let's see. Who else would be more famous than Elvis? Nobody that I can think of.
Except for himself. That's what he's trying to say.
Anyway, but this is fun. And I want to thank you all. This is great. We appreciate it. And hopefully you're going to get a lot of additional fans coming out here because it's interesting to see. You learn
You
about,
attack
about his
Germany,
personality,
hashtag
about
pipeline.
Elvis's personality by seeing the way he.
Too bad.
And I heard that he just wanted to be back here. He didn't want to be anywhere. He could have been anywhere. He could have been. I'll name some nice, fancy places like Palm Beach. He could have been anywhere he wanted to be, but he wanted to be here.
Yes.
And he was a special guy. Thank you very much.
Thank
Really
you for
good
visiting
job.
us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Press. 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 Please do my hands up. Please follow me. Thank you, Press. Out the front door. Thank you, thank you, Press.
Let's hope regime can be changed
Open the
ASAP.
front door.
Please follow.
Right this way. Thank you all.
Herd the cattle. Herd the cattle.
You good?
He's always staring at his feet. He doesn't want to end up like Joe Biden now. He's like, oh no, I can't do it. No. They haven't touched the reporters. They didn't do it. They didn't talk to the reporters. Former British Senator Cory Booker speaks to reporters at the Newark airport. No, thank you. Actually, we will go to that right now because I got to take a urination. So we're going to watch Cory
At
Booker.
Veterans First Mortgage,
we know that every veteran.
Well, I do that, and
has a
then we'll be
unique story.
back with more news on Hour 4.
Next, New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker speaks to reporters about the Trump administration's deployment of ICE agents to airports to aid TSA shortages and air travel delays amid the partial DHS shutdown. Senator Booker spoke from Newark Liberty International Airport.
The message today is fund the TSA and get ICE out. We are in a national crisis by Donald Trump's making. He has refused to let dollars flow to the TSA that we have 7 times now on this floor of the Senate. Democrats over and over again are offering up resolutions to fund the TSA. But the reason why he's not doing it is because he wants to continue the reckless, chaotic actions of ICE. We are having a fight over ICE funding. We are not having a fight over TSA funding or Coast Guard funding or FEMA funding. We want to fund them. But instead, Donald Trump is saying, I'm going to extract maximum pain from the American people in order to try to pressure you to fund my out-of-control agency, ICE. And so what's happening today in America that should outrage everybody? He's taking this very same agency that has been bursting into our schools, into our churches, into our hospitals, into our courts, and even into the homes of Americans. He's taking that agency that is reckless and out of control and bringing them to our airports. Under the lie that's...
I have hoped my entire life for someone to stand up for Democrats and Iran regime change. I never would have thought it would be the host from The Apprentice. Exactly. After this, Germany has the most expensive energy. Before it was very cheap.
Somehow this is going to help deal with the long lines that he created.
No, what's going to help with the long lines is you going back to fucking work in the fucking Washington and passing a bill, sir. What the fuck are you doing at the airport?
In the first place. This is an
This lying bastard should be jailed?
We should
Absolutely.
not have an agency that America doesn't trust.
Shut up, you're a senator. Go back to work.
That literally has seen violence against Americans. An agency that is tearing away American
president,
families,
man.
tearing apart American
What kind of
families,
BS that the
and
Democrats
arresting
trying to
and
push
detaining
through the
Americans,
TSA?
and
Not
violating
really.
due
Got real
process rights
Booker.
and civil rights. And so the frustration Americans feeling today grows. It grows because they come to their airports and they see ICE agents who have no training or specified skills to do the jobs of the TSA, who are now about to go without their second
Full of
paycheck.
shit. How am I full of shit?
This is
But then now-
mismanagement. This is corruption.
In
This
churches,
is trying
he
to
means
use
lemon, not
innocent
Trump, right?
people as a pawn in a very awful political game. And so I am saying it again, now, today, fund TSA and get ICE out of our airports.
Okay, how about you fund ICE and then you'll have ICE out of the airports. And you'll fund TSA. Fund ICE, bro.
I want to let one more speaker come who's been a champion in fighting.
Deport them all? Senators? Yeah. Every single senator should be deported. We should deport them all to a fucking island like we did with fucking Napoleon.
For the rights of Americans, fighting
Who
for
is in
the
control of the
rights
House, the Senator, the presidency, and the
immigrants that are
Supreme
here
Court? Elon Musk paying
legally
TSA.
and fighting
The
for the
Dems have
human
voted to
rights
keep the
and
TSA not
dignity
paid.
of
Exactly.
all people within our country.
What kind of BS are the Democrats trying to push through with this funding?
Very
Exactly.
grateful to bring up them all here now.
It's
to
complete
say some words
horseshit.
on behalf of the New Jersey ACLU.
ACLU, bro.
Thank you so much, Senator Booker. I share your outrage, and I share the outrage felt by countless Americans that our government continues
ICE is
to
getting paid.
abuse its
Hey,
power.
dummy, ICE is
and
funded.
instill fear.
Hey, fucking retard, that's what this is all about. Wake the fuck up. Why are you even scrolling? Why are you making comments when you're that retarded, Tim? Tim B187. I'm just going to pin this just so that before you delete it for being a complete and utter retard. Yeah, ICE is not funded. That's what this is all about. Democrats are stopping ICE from being funded, and they want to fund just TSA instead. So Donald Trump came up with a great scheme, which is we're going to put the fucking ICE at the airport. Now, the Democrats are at the airport, all pissed off that ICE is at the airport. Get ICE out of the airport. Fund the TSA. Again, they could do all of this by what? funding the original bill, funding ICE. Like, you have said nothing since I've said this, which is truth. Like, I don't know how much slower you can be in the head.
Here amongst the communities throughout this country. We're standing here at Newark Airport. I just noticed that right behind us is a...
Is the big beautiful bill this year? I didn't know. Booker and Jeffries gotta go, exactly.
A mural that was painted by Leica Nunia Yawar, which celebrates...
Look up ICE is being paid. Look up ICE is being paid. Oh, yeah, okay, fucking retard. All right, here we go. You ready? Only for the retard right now. Is the current government shutdown over ICE funding? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. LOL, we are in South Park. Absolutely, we are in South Park right now. I like them at the airports. Yes, the current political government shutdown is directly tied to legislative standoff over immigration and customs enforcement, ICE, and Customs and Border Protection. Here's a breakdown of the current situation. The scope of the shutdown. The shutdown, which began on the 14th, is because of DHS funding, because of ICE funding. Right there, from the fucking source. Sorry.
In our country.
Ask is being paid, dumbass. Yeah, they're being paid. That's why they're at the airport. No one said that they weren't. The fucking government shutdown is over them not being funded. What's so hard to comprehend? Somebody can receive a paycheck, but also have a bill, which is about the funding of the department, at the same time.
It celebrates immigrants and the immigrant story of our country. Yet we are here today to talk about how the Trump administration
talking shit
is abusing its power. And
Tim is right? Okay.
All
right. Tim isn't right. Tim is slow.
Deploy.
ICE is not funded. Nice job, fucking MS Now. Wow. MS Now is fucking really getting you guys, aren't they? Is this like Harry Sisson or whatever? So what's going on? Harry Sisson tell you guys this is all cool?
A lawless
Tim, you Democrat, LOL?
To instill fear in the lives
ICE
of
is funded for the next 2 years?
before,
Okay. Yeah, but it's literally about ICE funding. That's literally about DHS funding.
Country has
what shit do I talk, libtard? Mega utopian, everyone. Actually, dumbass TSA, Coast Guard, and FEMA aren't getting a paycheck. Yeah, they're not receiving a paycheck. So we're going to bring the people that are receiving a paycheck and put them in charge of the thing that people aren't receiving a paycheck over. Now again, separate question, what's the bill about? What is in the bill? What is stopping the government from being run right now? DHS funding, aka what? ICE funding.
Including families. Congress never intended ICE
or
other immigration agencies. Just go ahead. Yeah. Congress never intended
stopping ICE from doing their job. Stop them.
Agencies to be used as a tool of political retribution, but that's exactly what the Trump administration is seeking to do yet again.
Thank you, libtards, for being so ignorant. Absolutely, very dumb today. Very dumb
today.
The
president's intention to use ICE
full on retard mode today, guys.
Domestic policing force, assigned at his will and on his whim, regardless of the cost to public safety, order, or our most basic rights.
Mama said again, sometimes people do things that don't make much sense, and they did them all today.
He's making a political point. He's not scaling back his use of ICE, even though the American people are largely against it. Look, our communities are already...
Guys, if you're still with us, if you're just joining us, double tap, hit that like button. When you hit that like button, you send more people into the political chat for our poll of the night. Our poll of the night is, who's going to be president? After an hour in, we're almost 2 hours into our poll. We're about a minute and a half away from 2 hours into our poll. 696 votes. J.D. Vance, 51%. Gavin Newsom, 49%. The last time we did this poll, J.D. Vance won with 54% of the vote. Let's see what ends up happening tonight as we reach into the created hour. Guys, we are in a public live stream. That means we went more than 3 hours. We are going to hit that 4th hour, and you're getting that access to the 4th hour because we went over 10,000 views tonight. And in fact, we were at 38,000 views tonight. We are at 85 likes. Double tap, hit that like button. Bring us up to 100 before the end of the night. Hit that subscribe button. Send YouTube Shorts into your algorithm. Hit that join button. Turn into Big Bubba J007 over here with the fucking logo in your fucking chat. That changes every month that you stay a member, as well as access to 17 feature films in the Film Vault on this very YouTube page, all for just $4 a month. Help out the channel. We're live every night with the news. Help us out. That's the biggest way you can do it. $4 a month. 700 votes in, 51% to 49%. What a tight race we've got tonight, guys. 38,000 of you have joined us at some point. We are going back to the news now. We're gonna check in. We're now in hour 4. So we're going to check in on the real news, the news over the last, 24 hours, the clips of the news and stuff, see what's been going on. We've been watching a lot of this. We've seen a lot of these things that have happened, but we're going to check in anyway on everything else that's happened. And, I appreciate you guys being with us. And if at 10:18, oh, Bubba J007 again. Oh my fucking God, bro. What are you fucking doing to me, bro? Any Deb's got some cash to match me? All yap. Absolutely. All yap, and then they scroll away. They don't even join. This is definitely like a Daddy Trump day because we got Bubba J007, the fucking big bags, the fucking only one with the super chats. Everyone else slumming in the pores, in the streets, not able to even come up with $1. Not even able to become a member. Just going to sit here and complain like they do every night, guys. But we appreciate people like Bubba J007 because he keeps this fucking channel going every single night with super chats just like that one, with memberships just like the one that he had. HUD as well. HUD Hammer as well with his membership. Fucking HUD Hammer, another mod with the membership, doing the right shit, guys. Never get tired of winning. We're winning all night now, guys. And if at 10:18 in 59 minutes, right now we're at 90 viewers. If in 59 minutes we are at over 100 viewers, we will go in for a 5th hour. If at any point in this hour we drop below 50 viewers, it's time to say goodnight. So now is the time, more than ever. Double tap, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Share the show with a friend if you want it to continue, because we are going into those bonus hours, and we are in hour 4 right now, guys. Here we go. Don't scale ICE back, ramp it up, and deport more illegal immigrants. Absolutely. Here we go.
And forces vulnerable.
I thought that was a really scary appearance by the Treasury Secretary. This administration has totally lost touch with reality. This war is spinning out of control. Prices are spiking for millions of Americans. There's a new war breaking out between Israel and Lebanon.
Yeah, and did you not see that Daddy Trump went to Graceland?
Oil assets of our allies are continuing to be hit in.
But if we drop below 50 viewers at any point in the night at this point, that is the immediate end of the stream. If we stay at over 100 viewers, if we get to 100 viewers or stay at 100 viewers at that hour marker, we go in for another hour, a 5th hour, a 6th hour. I think it was like 4 or 5 days ago, we did 9 hours.
The region.
So stick with us and share with a friend. Keep it going. The
Secretary of Treasury just said we're going to escalate in order to de-escalate.
Appreciate you though, Cam. Appreciate you, Cam. If we're at 102 right now. If we stay at 102 when we hit that hour marker at hour 5, we're going right there for that 5th full hour.
Like they've never read a history book. That's exactly what our war leaders said in the middle of Vietnam and the 20 years of mismanagement in Afghanistan. We need to end this war.
Okay. Greatest press ever.
In the United States, speech is protected. Protesting is a right. But across the world, people are paying with their lives for the freedoms we take for granted every single day. An Iranian
World
wrestler,
Trade
just
Center
19
7.
years old,
Let us know.
executed by his own government, not for violence or destruction, but for the crime of speaking out against the Islamic regime.
Oh, shit.
This isn't justice. This is a warning. A warning the Iranian women's soccer team received loud and clear. Comply or be labeled traitors. Return or your family will suffer. From the comfort of the United States, this feels far away, but it isn't. Because what happens in Iran will not stay in Iran forever. The regime has been clear about its intentions. For decades, they've chanted death to America. President Trump is finally the first person to do something about it. Freedom is not inevitable. Iran proves that. Our rights must be protected and preserved. And that's exactly what Operation Epic Fury seeks to do.
The real reason you're stiff after sitting.
But there are no airline plans?
Very long time without getting old.
Finally, the mother of Today Show co-host
Airplane?
Savannah Guthrie has been missing for 7 weeks now. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her home outside of Tucson on January 31st. Authorities believe she was taken against her will. Her family not giving up hope. They are desperately asking the community for renewed attention to this case. They posted a message on social media last night urging folks to look at their security camera footage, any journal notes, any text messages, and to really think about any conversations they could have had
official
that
theory
could
about World Trade
possibly
Center?
help find their mom.
Nah,
they
too much going on with it.
Key dates in the
Y'all-
message
y'all
they shared,
figure that out?
saying, quote, it's possible a member of this community has information that they do not
No
even
airplane
realize
wear?
is significant. We hope people search their memories, especially around the key timelines of January 31st, the early morning hours of
Bro,
February,
she's gone.
as well as the late evening.
We're not
of
finding this
January
motherfucker
11th.
anymore.
Now, here's some details on those specific dates. The evening of January 31st
Oh,
is
shit.
the last time Nancy Guthrie was seen alive. As for
They spent more
February
time
1st,
looking for
she
her
was
than they
reported
spent
missing in the early morning hours of that day.
purging the guy
and Fox
who
News
assaulted
Digital
me.
reports that it's possible the date of January 11th
Trump
might be
2028.
connected to past revelations related to the
Those
masked
think
person
only
seen
two
here
tower
on the
fallen.
security camera footage from Nancy Guthrie's doorstep. Savannah Guthrie shared this message last month after her mother had been missing for 24 days.
Damn.
Do you still trust the corporate media? I know I don't.
I don't trust
Get the
you.
real facts, the inside story behind the
Those things
scenes.
only two
in the
file
Senate.
towers.
Well, the party line that we're supposed to parrot is that we're talking and we're reasonably close.
Remember what happened to Mr. John Kennedy yesterday on the show if you were watching. If not, you can become a member. Go watch that in the members only. But motherfucker tried to put out a bill to stop senators from being paid during the shutdown and was silenced by Democrats.
Dreamweaver. If you believe that, you'll never own your own home. We're not even, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're minus 17. Here's why. There is no bill, no compromise involving ICE that the Democrats will vote for. Why? Because the Karen wing of the Democratic Party is in control. And the Karen wing of the Democratic Party will punish any Democrat that votes in any
Kennedy
way
is a riot.
to help ICE.
Of course he was.
That's just a fact. And we need to stop looking reality in the eye and denying it. Here's what we ought to do, and I've talked to most of my colleagues about it, including Senator Thune. I don't speak for them. I would accept the Democrats' offer to open up everything except ICE at DHS. And then the very next day, I would pass a
budget reconciliation. I don't know why they're not already doing this, other than to hold your votes hostage for November.
Reconciliation bill.
Crazy as a Dem turned Republican since 2016, most Americans think it was foul and swept under the table. Of course he was.
Which crafts a budget for ICE. We can do it without any Democratic votes.
Do you still trust the corporate media? I know I don't. Get the real facts, the inside story behind the...
What insight can you give us into how long this is going to last or what things are looking like?
Well, these Democrats are so crazy. I mean, if you're in an airport and you see these long lines, you better know, I think most of them do know, it's Democrats and Chuck Schumer that are causing the long lines at airports. And it's because they hate ICE.
No, it's all of you. It's all of you. You're all part of it. Stop.
Officers. They don't just want to defund the police. They want to eliminate.
No, it's their fault. No, it's their fault.
That's deporting violent criminals off of our streets. I mean, this is wild if you think about it. That's Democrats' top priority. They want to tie President Trump's hands in Iran to take out terrorists. We're in a fight with the biggest state sponsor of terrorism in the world, and at the same time, the Democrats have shut down the Department of Homeland Security at home, which makes us less safe. So that's the Democrats' priority. Yesterday as well, on the Save America Act, these crazy Democrats, every single one of them voted against a bill to keep boys out of girls' sports. I mean, that's how radical and crazy the Democrats are. I hope we can get Department of Homeland Security reopened this week, because you have so many families who are traveling over spring break. You see these long lines. It's going to affect a lot of people, but it's the
Democrats that did this to you. Remember, it's the Democrats.
Trisha Heaton looks great at 67. Here is her number one
remember
secret.
The Democrats
regular milk
did
or
this
oat
to
milk?
you.
Oh, regular. Professors here, whether Union College or over in Albany by the capital of the country, look at some of these people here. As we look at these guys are hooked, some to the Ayatollah, some to Larijani. How does this happen?
This should never happen, and you're right, Brian. Union College is 20 minutes from where I was born. It's right in upstate New York.
That's
the
crazy.
fact that you have professors teaching American students who are tied into the Iranian terrorist regime, that should never happen. It ties very much into the crisis in higher education that I'm working with the Trump administration that I've led on in Congress, to rooting out the foreign dollars, rooting out the moral and academic rot. But they need to be deported immediately.
Can you imagine you paying $70,000 for a tuition and the Ayatollah's kid is teaching you?
What the fuck?
If it were really just wear and tear in your joints, then why are there days you wake up worse even though you didn't do anything?
Respond to that are rich.
You can get a stock app, the Pelosi AI trader, exactly.
People coming back to New York.
They're not coming back to New York, Brian. They're going to continue to leave. And the irony of Governor Kathy Hochul's statement, the worst governor in America, is that just a few years ago, she told people to leave New York if they didn't like our policies. Well, they did, because people don't like the high taxes. They don't like the anti-energy policies, the anti-law enforcement policies that happens under single-party Democrats, socialist rule in New York. So unfortunately, we're going to continue to see that brain drain. What I've done in Congress is I helped negotiate the raising of the state and local tax deduction to provide the largest tax cut in history to New Yorkers. That's very important because we are a high tax state.
Deb tells
but
you
until we
her
have
trades
economic
and
policies
trades for
that
you.
are pro-growth,
Exactly, it's pretty
population's going to continue to leave.
Yeah, there's a few different apps like that you can pretty much set up for different traders. There's one that's like every congressperson. You get to just pick your person. Pick your person. Choose your poison.
If anti-inflammatories really work, then why do the best cared for athletes in the world do something
lot
completely
more
different?
Or here's an idea. How about stop
Check
being
it out.
a sanctuary
Makes
city
cash.
and get guys like this out of the country before they kill innocent Americans? Jonathan.
Yeah, exactly.
Allah
Not
Akbar.
only is it preventable,
No thanks.
but they didn't even try to.
No thanks.
Remember, he comes in under Biden, Mayorkas
Time to follow the
open border
rules
policy,
again.
But then my understanding is he was arrested in Chicago, let loose under their sanctuary city policy. So 2 bad Democratic policies led to her death, unquestionably.
Trump presidency
true.
is going
And
down
what
faster
makes
than
this
the
important,
UPS
really
Congo
going back to the last
things.
story, that's
You
what
can
the fight.
you can keep that Bubba. We can let him not be in timeout from now on. That Cyper or Casper, you're good. Religious commenting, like he wasn't doing anything hateful. I don't think so, unless I missed something. It was just mostly fucking religious shit, which, you know, let him be crazy.
Most important constituency is illegal aliens at this point, and that's why they're shutting down our airports, because they're trying to keep them in the country, and ICE is trying to keep people.
Unless
like
I missed
this
something, I might have missed
person
something. Minute
get them
10.
kicked out.
Yeah, you did just do a minute. It's just like, fucking, don't be a fucking weirdo. Don't be a weirdo, Casper, and you can come back.
Before they murder people, it's a senseless, horrible, preventable tragedy, but there needs to be blame laid on the Democratic Party because they are in favor of policies that cause this to happen.
Again,
oh man, guys, we are 58 viewers. 58 viewers. If we drop below 50, remember what that means. That means the night is over. The night is over, so make sure you double tap. Hit that like button right now so that we can keep going. Send more people into the chat for our poll of the night, which is 51% JD Vance, 49% Gavin Newsom, 750 votes in the bag. Let's see if we can get up to 1,000 before the end of the night. Hit that like button. Absolutely. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button as well. Send people in the algorithm. We're at 57 viewers. If we go below 50, the night is over. Get your 72 goats. Here we go.
The U.S. Treasury's new digital payout mandate is a direct threat to the autonomy of Social Security recipients.
Sum up, Maria, my question is, what about the possibilities for economic growth and new commerce and all these sort of things? Once
oh no, we put on Mark Levin. It's over, guys.
Well, I mean, look, Mark, there are huge possibilities here. You're talking about a region of the world which has huge money and ready to put that money to work. Imagine all the build out, the construction, the actual economic activity that we will see in the Middle East with Israel friendly with the Saudis and Israel talking in a normal way with everybody else in the Middle East. And then the activity from the Middle East to the United States and across the world when oil and gas is flowing once again. That will create huge economic activity.
Back to 67.
And it will create
Holding
perhaps
strong.
on a geopolitical scale many of those nations to join the Abraham Accords. That will spark economic activity,
leader job
it will
won't
spark
last long.
peace, and it will certainly be a positive for the stock market, inflation, and growth. We've got to get there, and of course, the president has said there will be disruptions on the way, but once we get to the other side of this, you would expect to see a huge positive implication for the world, not just the United States.
I agree.
Ooh. Bubba J007 with another super chat. $2. Appreciate you, Bubba J. Remember, guys, you can hit that join button, $4 a month. Get into the club. But remember, the number one thing right now is keeping us above those 50 viewers. Bubba J007 killed it right there by doing that. He probably pushed more people into the algo, and you too can double tap the screen. Yeah, he just did. He just sent 20 more people into the algo. $2, guys. You can send more people in the algo too. Protect the stream. Right now we are at 82 viewers. We need to stay above 50 to keep this fourth hour alive. If we're above 100 at the end of the hour, we go for a fifth hour of news. Appreciate you again, Bubba J007. You are the best. It is a Trump day.
They just say wrong place, wrong time.
And the truth of the matter is you can be in your bed and a bullet comes through your window. Is that the wrong place, wrong time?
Right.
Where is it safe to live in Chicago? This precious young lady, 18 years old, just like my baby brother was when he was murdered, had a long life ahead of her. She was studying. She was the person that we want to see do well in this country. But yet and still, we have people like J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, and Mayor Brandon Johnson, who failed the test.
Oh, down to 61, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
But it's not just an indictment on them. This is an indictment on every blue city and state that continues to endorse sanctuary city policies.
This is crazy. We need to stop this shit, man.
Country is rise up and say,
We need to stop this shit, especially in Chicago, my home state, bro.
enough is enough.
Fucking
President
over it.
Trump has been working tirelessly to secure our cities. Places like D.C., Memphis. He tried to do it in Chicago, but a activist judge got in the way of that. This is what we really need to do. We need to end the
Back up to
filibuster.
74.
We need to pass the SAVE Act.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
These
Keep
elected
us
members
going.
that we sent out to do the
Gotta
job
stay above
on behalf
50.
of our citizens need to end sanctuary cities once and for all. And they need to do so in a matter that if any of these elected mayors, Johnson, Karen Bass, and others, try to get in the way of these actions, they should face jail time.
Yeah,
that is what I would like
absolutely.
to see come out of our United States
Yeah,
Congress.
jail time for these fucking motherfuckers that let these people go that are shooting people on the streets. Such a bullshit.
This is
Stay
a
on the
great
floor,
place to
stay
work
away
with
from the
Great American
windows.
Brands.
78 people in the chat.
good today.
Very good.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Oh, we already saw that.
Welcome to Graceland.
That's just the Fox News version of it. Okay. Transportation Secretary provides a timeline on LGA plane crash.
Of what happened. There was a CJR 900 from Montreal here to LaGuardia, operated by Air Canada Express, and by
69. Hit that like button. Keep the stream alive.
It collided with a Port Authority fire truck at approximately 11:45 p.m. last night. There were 72 passengers on the plane and 4 crew. Approximately 40 people were sent to the hospital after the crash. Several have also been released. As has been reported, the 2 pilots of the aircraft passed away in the crash last night.
Wow.
I do want to note that we send our deepest condolences.
56, guys. We're so close. Make sure you hit that like button. Or, guys, if you don't hit that like button, we are going to go. We are going to go. This might be the end of the show. Guys, hit that like button. Keep us above 50.
There were 2 individuals in the fire truck. They too were
Own it,
sent to the
Dems.
hospital after the crash.
Absolutely, and that's crazy that the 2 pilots are the only 2 people that were semi-injured on that situation, it looks like.
The Fed just installed a
Pretty
kill
crazy.
switch in your bank account. If you have over $100,000 sitting in a traditional...
problem is not having ID to vote. The problem
is that I don't want them to have ID to vote.
that it costs money to get it. Some people
It costs money to get it?
ID, and so you're effectively saying there's a poll tax on voting.
No,
that is
no,
what it is. That is what voter ID is.
no. We're not doing this still, guy.
And I agree
No.
with you, Elise. I would be happy to support a voter ID
No.
if
No.
every single American were provided with
Right,
identification
great, then do that.
demonstrates their citizenship
Then
for
do that.
free by the government.
Awesome, great, awesome. Write it into your fucking bill. I'm sure that the Republicans would sign it today. The cockpit was gone.
If you can answer these yes or no questions, you could get paid $50 per answer. All you need is an internet connection.
What are you thinking about all this?
You know, I just wrote a book called Rage in the Republic, which is about political rage and how this is what I called an age of rage. And there are people who feed that rage.
Trump
Rage is
2028.
an addiction. And people won't admit it, but they like it. And you have a lot of politicians.
Make sure to hit that like button. That's 61. Getting close to losing that 50.
In November. And I think this is the reflection of that. It takes a lot to keep that
Back to
hate
70.
on until November. And so you have a lot of politicians that are injecting this rage directly into the bloodstream of the political system. You've got people like Hakeem Jeffries and Richard Blumenthal in the last 24 hours saying that ICE was going to pull people out of
That's an
line
awful
in
photo.
airports and possibly murder them.
It's an awful
or
photo to
snatch
put up
their
there.
children.
Why did they do that to
That's
her?
what it takes
Sarah
to
Huck?
keep
Sarah
this
Huck
type of hate
Tua.
going in society. And then the manifestation is what we
65.
see in restaurants. And you've had
We're gonna lose it soon,
politicians
guys. I can feel it.
encouraging people
Maybe we can get to 100 likes, though.
Confront conservatives and Republicans in restaurants, and this is the face of that rage.
Guys, we got to get to 100 likes before the end of this stream. Please, please, please. 65 people. If we fall below 50, the stream is over, essentially. We are at 93 likes right now, guys. Double tap. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Send more people YouTube Shorts into the algorithm. All that jazz. 761 votes. JD Vance, 52%. Gavin Newsom, 48%. $4. Get yourself into the club like Bubba J007 over here, supporting the channel every day as we go live with the news every day. Is Mr. Nick Fuentes ready yet? No, he's not. He's still not ready yet. I thought that we could just jump into some Nicky Fuente, but we could not. So let's go into the confirmation of Markamilli. We're at 53. Hit that like button. Keep us alive.
54. The nays are 45. The nomination of Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma to be Secretary of Homeland Security is confirmed.
Confirm! Hit that like, Dems. Hit that like, Dems. Thank you, Big Bubba J007. Wow, that's a crazy one. 54 to 45, guys. That was pretty tight. That was a pretty tight, but that was an all Republican, wasn't it? All Republican plus a John. Plus a John. A Mr. Johnny John. That's what we had there. Let's see. Let's go to this crash here. Oh, and there it goes, guys. We just lost it. 49 in the chat. That's it. That's the end of the night, guys. Let me double check just to make sure that we didn't have any breaking news or crazy things happen in the last minute here. But it was pretty dull end of the night here. Yeah, 5 hours ago was the last real beating news. Weird day with Donald Trump. Weird day for Donnie J. Trump and team just going and touring Graceland. It kind of looked like the whole reason that he did the Graceland thing was out of the blue, didn't it? It felt a little out of the blue. It felt like he was doing it sorta on purpose to like kind of confuse everybody or whatever. But thank you guys for watching, for being a part of the stream. 51 here. I know what we're doing, but we did hit 49. We did fall below the 50 threshold. We got 93 likes on the night. I appreciate you all so much for doing this. No news is news. Once again, I think this is day 20. Bubba J007, $3 super chat. Ending the night. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I gotta go to bed. This is it. We lost. We got below the 50, man. And we ain't got no more news to give out anyway. Because Bubba J007 gave the $3 super chat there, I am gonna look up and see, just make sure. I just want to make sure that we didn't get anything. There wasn't anything crazy on the schedule that we're missing. That we didn't miss something insane that could be crazy here. So let's just take a look. Current and former governors, officials, defense secretary, John Tester, oral arguments. Just got the transportation secretary, and I don't want to pull it back on him. Let's see if I got some. Can we get some X Daddy? Can we? No, we don't got any X Daddy. I'm sorry, guys. That's the end of the night. Well, the fuck up, LOL. Now know what you are drinking tonight to make Trump sound coherent. Again, it's Everclear. It's Everclear. It's always Everclear, guys. Down to 39 now. Here it is. Boys, your victory. You might not have gotten more of the show tonight, but you got more of the victory. J.D. Vance with over 700 votes still pulls it off 2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a row, guys. J.D. Vance, the President of the United States. We will see what happens tomorrow. But I'm Alex R. Wagner. This is No News is News. And thank you guys for joining us and being a part of this fucking awesome crew. I appreciate you. Bubba J007, appreciate you so much.